BetterHelp. For sure. Hello. What up? Yo, are we good? Marv, voice is good. Everybody's good. Everybody's cool. Yeah. Levels are good. All right. Welcome to That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel.
Sam.
And this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on episode 71. We are going to be discussing One Piece chapter 1064. I know it feels like the chapter has been out for forever so far, but officially it's only been out since yesterday. So thank you to TCB. I want to send a special shout out to them just for translating as always. And also, if you've read the Viz translations, they weren't that crazy different. So we have nothing to really worry about. But other than that, I do want to say thank you to everybody for joining us today, for just starting out the episode so high with, the amount of viewers that we have. Also for announcements, if you guys do not know, we do sell t-shirts, our own merch. That's at thatonepiecetalk.com/merch. I am not wearing it today, but this is a Monster Ramen. He's like attacking. But this is not there. I don't know how I brought it up. I don't know how I brought it up. I'll be wrong. But you can get that shirt. Sebastian's about to post the link inside of the chat. So if you want to do that. Also, if you haven't joined our Discord already, please join our Discord. We have one. It's awesome. And I'm pretty sure Sebastian will just post that link too. If you haven't already, you can just go into the video description below and click that link. What else am I missing?
The link wasn't working, so I had to go to the site itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I should be at.
Yeah, it's fine. What else am I missing? Oh, Sebastian has a YouTube. Again, if everybody doesn't know, he posted his recent theory about the Straw Hats versus Blackbeard Pirates matchup. I'm pretty sure he posts that as well. It's Signature Seb. And yeah, I think that's it for announcements. I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Oh! I wanted to congratulate our recent addition to our mod within YouTube and also in Discord. Her name is Hime, and she's been an excellent addition to the squad. She's been doing a lot of work outside of just Discord. She's been making game nights. So if you guys want to join us and have these fantastic game nights where we're playing Among Us and all these other things, thank you. She's been a great addition, so I just want to welcome her on board. We are looking to expand our mods once we reach 1,000 members in Discord, and we're probably 60 to 70 members away. So I want to say thank you, Hime, for accepting, and thank you for being such a great part of our own community. It means a lot to us, for sure. But when we reach 1,000, we're looking for 3 more moderators, so just heads up. Other than that, am I missing anything else? I didn't write it down, guys, so I'm just going off the dome. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, if you want to support us, you guys can do whatever. You don't need to send money or anything like that. You just watching us and spreading word of mouth is amazing.
And dropping likes.
Oh yeah, drop a like on the video as well. So sorry for boring you to death with all these tedious things. We had a super chat.
Yes, we did get a super chat, a $50 super chat from Straw Hat Nelson. It says, "Let's go. Hey, Brooks missing his chance. Love y'all. Let's get this. Hashtag Buggy Gang. Hashtag Seb Takes Only." That's the best hashtag we've gotten right there.
You know nobody really likes you, right? I'm just letting you know.
We'll see.
But you definitely do not have the best takes. You be tripping sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, also, I do want to shout out to the Hidden Island.
Oh, man.
He did a one-man reverie yesterday, and he had a bunch of really talented people on the reverie itself. me and Sebastian were there, and we know how much, you guys know how much we love Par. So Par was there as well, and they had a crazy theory conversation, and me and Sebastian were just yelling at each other. So we look like idiots, right? So
you dropped your theory a little bit. It was cool.
If you want to go visit that, please go to Hidden Island's channel and go watch that reverie. It's 12 hours long, but I'm pretty sure he timestamped it, so you'll enjoy the hell out of it. Also, Par did a collab with Rogers Bays, which was super dope. I don't know how Par ever finds the time to do all this and still like maintain himself.
He's got a pregnant wife at home. How is he doing all this?
He said it's communication. When I asked him, I was like, yo, Teresa must be like wanting to punch the air sometimes. And he was like, it's communication, Larry. And I was like, all right, maybe I crossed the boundary, maybe I crossed the line a little bit. But yes, please visit both of those gentlemen's channels and watch some incredible content, just not our own. But other than that, let's shout out some of the people inside the chat.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of people in here. I really appreciate it. We had I Hate Mew, KJ, Firearm, Dravian, Blurred, Milkman, Gojo, NerdTaku, Trenbolin, Trav, Haas, Zan Burrs, Benjamin Figueroa, Joyboy Mark, Shandi Wandi, DK Rayleigh, just so many on the chat. SGG, Chef D Rasta, Gildarts Vinsmoke, Hazy Sake, Jaheim, Matthew, Just Weird.
The Jaheim song?
Okay. You gotta leave.
What was that?
You gotta leave off with that.
What was that?
Oh, my bad. I just thought of the song.
Oh, man.
My bad.
Caroline, Malik, Shadi Wandi, Par Visions in the chat.
Oh,
Ohime.
Par, what's up?
Shout out to Ohime. I'm on her on YouTube as well.
Hime.
Oh, man. So many out here. Winston, 3-Day, Gabriel Montoya. Man, I love seeing these names. Sinowins. I hope I'm saying that right. Fort Bronco. So many out here, man. Muppets. But yeah, Ace the Aces. Damn. Y'all flocking in now.
Yeah, they're coming in hot and ready. Seems like you're
Are you
ready.
done, bro?
Like Little Caesar's Pizza.
Girl, I know you're ready. All right, I'm done.
Oh, man.
All right, so
Real quick, we did get another super chat
go.
from Celestial Donkey, $5 super chat. It says, guys looking fire today, hashtag Buggy Gang.
why can't we start saying Sebastian's racist gang?
What's that?
We can't like we're done with Buggy Gang.
No,
We're done with
Buggy
Buggy Gang.
Gang is for life. Buggy Gang is for life, bro. Until Buggy is dead as a character, there will be a Buggy Gang.
Yeah,
and probably well after that.
I guess clowns stick together, right?
Oh my
Celestial
God.
Donkey, thank you so much for the 5. Also, Strat Nelson, thank you for the 50.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate you.
And
Celestial,
thank you again.
I appreciate it, but I actually have a stain on my shirt today, and I feel crazy about it.
Because they could see it.
But I still feel crazy.
All right, we're going to move on. We're going to move on. So, let's get right into the chapter, gents. We might as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, on this week's cover story, we see Puddin's abductors, and they are the Blackbeard Pirates' very own Van Augur and Kuzan Aokiji. This is only the 3rd time we've seen Aokiji during post-time skip. First time was when he appeared on Punk Hazard to save Smoker from Doflamingo. The second time was in chapter 836's cover story reading a newspaper with Camel the Penguin. And then finally here, holding Puddin captive. How do you guys feel about this reappearance from Aokiji? And what does Puddin's future look like in your mind? And we'll start with Lionel. I always like starting with Lionel every time he comes.
He's not ready for it, that's why.
I know.
I think it's actually made me think a little bit with Drake again, because we know confirmed that Drake's part of Sword. He's been a spy for the Marines this whole time. And so he pretty much put himself in the pirate environment. Like his mindset had to be more of a pirate now. This is different because Kuzan's. We don't think he's part of Sword. He's a possibility, but again, how it went out with Akainu and him is you clearly just left the Marines. So, how does that work? You quit the Marines and fought Akainu to the death and lost, but you're still part of the Marines with Sword. So just again, this shows people might think again Kuzan's fully dressed as a pirate. He's with Blackbeard wholeheartedly, but again, Kuzan clearly has his own agenda. Like, period. He has his own agenda. We don't know what his goal is, but I think this showing that, like, him doing this is just fulfilling his purpose on what his ever goal is, his aim. He's just using the Blackbeard pirates for whatever means to fulfill his purpose. Then eventually he might try to take them out eventually on his own. I still don't believe that he's with the Blackbeard pirates completely. I don't think that at all. Also, I didn't know Van Hoger's that tall. Like, he's actually pretty tall.
Yeah, he's kind of tall.
Yeah, with Aokiji was up there.
He's just super skinny, so he looks small.
But yeah, that's my take. Like, again, him condoning kidnapping with, Pudding, but again, she's a pirate with Big Mom. So, like, she's not an actually civilian, she's a Big Mom pirate. So I don't really think anything of it as all. But yeah, I still think, again, I don't think Kuzan's fully with the Blackbeard pirates. He's continuing his ambition. But I thought it was a pretty dope cover page, though.
All right. That's it?
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Law?
Similar thoughts. I know I expressed my thoughts on this, I don't know if it was last time or a few pods ago, about like going back and reading about Aokiji and what he was expressing about talking to Smoker, right? He said it's still me or it's just me. So the way they wrote it, you could take it two ways.
You gotta explain that all over again. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so back when when Aokiji saved Smoker from Doflamingo.
You good, bro?
No. I don't think he's good, bro. Take
You need
a
me
sip of
to
water.
take a look?
What?
You in my docket. Anyway, back when Aokiji saved Smoker from Doflamingo, right? Mm-hmm. Doflamingo brings up the surrounding rumors about Aokiji saying that they're not good, right? Like, what are you doing here? What is someone like you of your caliber who left the Marines? What are you doing just floating around here, right? And then he ignores Doflamingo, doesn't answer him. But then Smoker brings up, too, is like, how'd you even know I was here? Don't tell me you have connections to the underground, like the underworld, right? And then Aokiji responds saying, it's me, Smoker. And that was one translation saying, also it says, it's just me. So if you take both of them into consideration, it's me, like I'm still me. I'm still the guy you met who served in the Marines with you. And also it's just me, like I'm not affiliated with anybody. It's just me, I'm by myself, right? So with that in mind, he was assuring a friend. He came, and also too, if he's still associated with Blackbeard, why is he still helping the Marines? Right? Even if it was a friend, you're still... and then also, too, he instructed Smoker on what to do to how to handle Doflamingo. He said, send out the Admirals because Doflamingo's dangerous. So he's telling him a strategy how to handle Doflamingo because of what Doflamingo's doing, what's been going on with him. Right? So he's really on helping the Marines. And he also said that you wouldn't be able to see things from this perspective if you were just on the Marine side. And places you were able to go to. So he's like, the world is more open to me now, where I could see things and handle things at a different angle while still supporting a side of justice. But also, I still think he doesn't fully side with the world government because he said it's not the end-all, be-all. Because also, too, he differed from the way the world government does things because also he didn't want to kill Robin when she was younger. All right, so I still believe that he definitely has his own agenda here. And the fact that he joined... Because also, too, we noticed when Jinbei joined the Straw Hats, wasn't there like an announcement in the news or something? Right? When Luffy allied up with Law, or when the Yonkos were lining up, there wasn't like an announcement on the newspaper that these people are together. We haven't heard that with maybe not yet, but all this time we heard way back that the world government acknowledged that Aokiji was associating with the Blackbeard pirates, but it never gave credit at all that he joined the crew. There was no announcement saying, "Oh, he's allied with them," but the other crews, we had announcements of that. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was very interesting, too, that it still wasn't announced that he was officially part of the Blackbeard Pirates.
I kind of got pushback on that, but
yeah,
I do too.
Yeah, yeah, you could go there. You could finish.
Okay, so my whole thing is like, what I'm trying to say is that I believe that he was doing the way he's doing now is working in a favor of what he believes justice is. Because I think we clarified what Aokini's justice is. I mean, Akaino's justice is, and
you called him Iokini?
I meant to say
that was funny.
I meant to say Aokiji, but I had to combining both their names.
Sound like Luffy out here.
Yeah.
I combined both their names, Aokiji and Akaino. But thank you. Sengoku's justice and Akaino's justice. But what is Aokiji's justice, right? But I just know it's different from the way the world government does things because he doesn't think little kids should be dying just because they're gaining knowledge, right? Like he refused to do it and actually hit it. But also too, he also like it seems like he's more sides with Garp's way of justice. So, and I don't think Aokiji favors pirates, but he's bringing away kind of like I thought of like Batman, how Batman kind of before he became Batman worked aside with criminals to get into the criminal mind to see where their perspective on things. So that's what I believe Aokiji's doing, also to learn information, but also how to best handle the situation because he said he's getting a new perspective by being here than he wouldn't gain before.
All right. That's it?
Yeah.
All right, Seb?
I'm just, I know we basically got confirmation last chapter when Cracker was frozen, but just actually seeing my boy Kuzan on the page, just the vindication, you know what I'm saying? Like the belief was there, and it's finally proof positive that it's real. I didn't think it would be Van Auger, right? So that was like my biggest takeaway from this, is that I think we had a discussion a while back as to what the timeline was for this moment, for the cover page. And I think I remember if it was me and you saying it's a flashback, like it's back in the past. It's more confirmation of that because obviously Van Auger is with Blackbeard right now. So this, and you know what I mean, we'll get into a little more of that later, but it's weird. I don't think that's ever happened in One Piece where like the cover story is like pacing in the past while it also has characters that are live on panel in the chapter like that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Like it's just a weird kind of. It was weird to see that, but it was dope seeing Aokiji. I honestly like. I don't remember who it was, but somebody asked us who our top like 5 favorite characters were recently, and honestly, depending on how this plays out, Kuzan might end up in my top 5, bro. Because I've always liked him, and I just gotta see how this all plays out. But that's always been my boy, so I was just happy to see him. I agree with some of what Lawrence said about the Aokiji being on the Blackbeard Pirates and like it not getting highlighted. One, the world government ain't trying to have people know that. That like we lost the admiral and he went to a Yonko's crew.
Yeah,
they're gonna cover that up. They're gonna pay the bag to Morgans to make sure that doesn't get out. Whether Morgans is gonna be willing to do so or not is a whole nother story. But they're gonna pay that bag to make sure that doesn't happen. And 2, I don't think he's ever truly joined in any way, like Saki Cups or anything like that. He kind of just is trying to gain favor here. So like Blackbeard even said when he was talking to Burgess, or he was talking to Burgess and Dressrosa and the Dendemushi that like he doesn't trust them and stuff. So like I guess we just need more there for that. But this has turned out to be a really good cover story and I like it. I know we're talking a lot about the cover story, but like I like it. What about you, Larry?
I agree. I think just seeing Aokiji in full flesh was just super dope because he's sort of become like it sounds crazy, but it kind of makes sense in my mind. Even though you guys don't agree with anything that makes sense in my mind, he's kind of like the Sasuke type of character that's like floating around and doing all these random like secretive missions, but he has like this hidden agenda where he's like super powerful at the same time, and it's like you don't really know what's happening with him too much. And it's like we didn't really know Sasuke's like perspective until the very end, until he fought Naruto at the Final Valley when they were like adults, you know what I'm saying? Like until Sasuke became like the new Jinchuriki in a different way. It was like we fully got that perspective of like Sasuke going, I've always actually been jealous of you, Naruto. We've never had that, right? We've always had the Naruto's always been jealous of Sasuke and he's done his own thing. I feel like Aokiji's put into that same category of character now. And it's so amazing to see him just in the flesh, man. And the fact that he's like he has like this black coat. He's tall. He's wearing different garments than from when we seen him on the cover story. And also in Film Z, he's wearing like different garments now too. Like he has like this floral shirt and he's just standing above Van Auger like a boss. It just like Sebastian said, I didn't like this cover story too much, especially the Katakuri downplay. But when I saw Aokiji and I saw this ramping up, I said, oh snap. Like now I want to continue whatever this is. And it feels like a different cover story to a different degree now, right?
Yeah. It's like we shifted.
Yeah, it's like it shifted, but like it's the same thing. So what I think is going to happen to Puddin', because I don't think anybody really touched on it.
They commented that they hate the way you say pudding.
Pudding?
You be saying pudding.
Pudding?
Yeah.
Pudding.
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 How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
So I think Pudding is going to somehow, some way probably unlock this hidden ability that she's not sure that she has. I don't know how she'll do it, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to happen. And we didn't get to that part yet, so I'm not going to say anything, but it's just crazy that, like, she's actually in the hands of the Blackbeard pirates. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a crazy thing.
That's a wild development.
Like, we've never heard of, like, another Yonko having one of their own just stolen. We've only heard of Thatch being killed. But we have one that's, like, captive.
Yeah.
So, like, if Big Mom truly is still alive somehow, some way, yo, that's going to be crazy. Because I'm pretty sure she's going to take whatever it takes to get put in back, because she would still be trying to become Pirate King / Queen. So that's going to be wild.
But it also leaves, we already know who's very protective of his family.
We'll see.
Dogtooth, you know?
We'll see, man.
That would be interesting.
It would be interesting. Let's go to the super chats.
Oh, yeah. We got a couple super chats sitting. Ooh, 1 second. Nope. There we go. We got another $5 super chat from Gabriel Montoya. It says, love y'all. Quick question. What do you think Vegapunk's true intentions are regarding the Straw Hats, and did he help Kuma plan their trips at Shibodi?
Yo, you said this was a quick question. That's not a quick question, Gabe.
I guess you could say yes or no. I mean, the second part, no, not really. But
What do you think of Vegapunk's true intentions are regarding the Straw Hats?
yes or no?
We can probably answer that at the end of the chapter,
I was thinking the same thing.
because I just want to follow where we're asking questions first. But I think if you stick around, we could answer that for you. And the Kuma plan to help them at Sabaody, I think that's also at the end of the chapter. So we'll get to that, Gabe, for sure. Believe it.
Gabe asking Zoro's question.
Dr. Bio.
Are you quoting Naruto right now?
Yo, I said believe it.
He did say believe it. But thank you so much, Gabe. Sit tight. We will get to your super chat soon.
At the end, for sure.
And then we got a $50 super chat from Joy Boy Mark, our guy Mark. He says, hey guys, so glad to be watching you guys. # Seb has best takes. I appreciate that. Quick question. Is this the first time we see a cover page story cross over with main story with Van Auger in both? Do you think there's a limit to the distance he can warp? Oh yeah, I guess that could be the reasoning, or that could be the answer, as to bridge it to be the same timeline. But like
Instant transmission, dog.
What do y'all think? What do you think the limit is? And I believe it is the first time it's been a crossover in that light. But the fact that
I'm not even worried about the limit. I'm worried about the awakening, dog.
he could, I mean, what? Well,
Yo, it's like,
man. There's a lot you can do with that.
bro, the awakening, like, I don't even think I have the intelligence to, like, comprehend what he'd be able to do. Like, travel through timelines? Dimensions?
Oh man, you going way out there with that one. I mean, why not though?
Yeah.
Why
You know what I'm saying?
But is it only? We gotta figure out. Is it only him? Like he only could do it to.
No,
humans.
he warped.
No, but human. I mean humans. Like
He did it to Burgess.
Yeah, he warped Burgess last chapter.
again, I'm saying humans.
Why?
Like, can he warp like objects as well?
Why wouldn't he be able to?
Yeah, I was going to say, Lionel. He has a
That's like
gun
an
in his hand.
Extremely arbitrary
No, but again,
limitation.
I'm saying like,
He has a monocle, dog.
just like for instance, like Shinky, he could touch things, but he could only levitate himself. He couldn't do it to people, but he only could do it to objects and himself. So does he have like the same thing with Shinky, but I only could warp humans, but not objects?
I get what you're saying. But, like, he has a gun and a monocle and a hat and clothes on. Like, those are objects.
I think the warping helps with the fact that he's a sniper and he can snipe from anywhere. But if he could like snipe bullets and then send them anywhere,
Yeah, that's how I think
you know
so,
what I mean?
too.
Like that, he'd be the greatest assassin of all time.
I want that to happen, but there's a possibility that may be a limit. That's what I'm saying.
Like you just chilling, talking to somebody, and like some guy 2 islands away, you could just snipe, and there's no way for you to know.
I mean, he was doing it before the warp.
Yeah.
He was doing some wild stuff with that gun before the warp.
I don't know. Thank you for the 50.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
appreciate
don't know if we had a
Thank you,
great
thank you.
answer to that.
Yeah, I can't think of
How
it.
do you guys compare it to the door fruit?
Oh, it bodies it.
So
I feel like this is just faster.
Yeah.
The thing with door is like
You gotta open it.
like open the door
Yeah.
and then go through it and then
Pop out somewhere else.
you
but
do
you
that
can
fast.
actively like door somebody's body.
Yeah.
And it's really, I think the door is just limited in the sense that
Bro,
Bruno
I can
has
just
it.
like warp you into space.
Yeah. I mean, that door dimension, if he
Sebastian's just not here no more.
if he left Luffy there, what's the deal?
Yo, imagine like if Van Auger could just like awaken and he just warps you into the calm belt, bro, and just bounces.
But that's actually good because
Warp you into the ocean.
Yeah.
that's
Do you
actually
think he
free
has to
ability.
travel with you though?
Oh,
Because
man.
when he did it with
The question was about
Burgess.
distance.
I
right?
know.
We taking it everywhere else. What were you going to say?
Because like the question was, can he just send you, or does he have to come with you? Because when he sent Burgess, he went with Burgess.
I think he could just send you.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I think
Why
that
wouldn't
would
he?
make it ass. I gotta be there too. Like, nah, that's like that would just be Jumper. You know what I mean? Like the movie that was what it would
That
be.
was a cool movie.
It was a
Pretty
good
cool
movie. I don't know.
All right,
But,
let's go to the next one.
yeah. But thanks, Joy Boy.
Thank you,
Wait,
thank
did
you.
we enter the distance one? Did we enter?
I
We don't know
think
the
there's no
distance.
limit. I don't think
Yeah.
there's a limit to this.
mean,
He just
you
has, maybe he has to know about the
I
place.
think-
Yeah,
If
but
we
see it.
it could be that he has to been there or see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, because I don't know if he could see it, but doesn't know like the terrain and just warp there.
Also-
Oda's probably gonna be like, yo, wherever like you burped at one time.
Yo, I just thought
On an
about this.
island.
As Hawks as this is, yo, is Kuma's ability not like the same thing? But, like he did this, like he was.
But he's
But
They gotta
you know,
travel.
He had to, he's you make him
Yeah, they had to
travel.
travel. It wasn't instant. Yeah.
they're
that's
traveling.
true.
yeah.
All right. We got another $5 super chat from Straw Hat Nelson. It says, gotta get back to work, but love y'all. Keep up the grind. Hashtag Seb takes only. I swear to y'all, I'm not just reading these off myself. Have a great episode. We appreciate.
thank you.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Straw Hat Nelson. I do.
Until I tell them what you said about Marco,
Have a good day at work, man.
they're gonna rethink them best takes, bro.
Listen, I'm not getting into Marco hate, bro. We did
No.
that on Hidden Chat.
No, it was Marco hype what you said, but it was so ridiculous that I couldn't believe you said it.
Actually, some people on the Marco hype though.
All right, we got a $10 super chat from Celestial Donkey. Thank you again, Celestial.
Thank you, CD.
It says, do you guys think Blackbeard is after Puffin's fruit? Or a way to blackmail Big Mom for something? Pudding.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's after her for her eye to read the poneglyphs. I think that just in conjunction with what he was talking about with Law last chapter. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have these poneglyphs. I'm sure he has knowledge on the fact that she can read them.
How would he gain that knowledge though?
How does Blackbeard gain any knowledge?
Yeah.
How does Blackbeard just exist?
Because honestly, how does he even know about Pudding's eye and everything? Like, how does he know that?
Yeah.
Like, that's the
Oh.
big question.
Well, hold on.
Have you
Hold
read
on.
about it?
I don't think it was ever like Big Mom's the only person who knows this. Like they said, there's 3-Eye tribe. They're a tribe of people that can, if they awaken their eye, can read the poneglyphs.
No, but-
why? I feel like it might not be common knowledge, but for an elevated knowledge person like Blackbeard, that should be common knowledge.
That's
for him.
fine. How does he know that Big Mom's child is a third eye person? Because we don't know if she ever left Whole Cake.
So here's the thing: there's no guarantee they went there for pudding, right? They could have went there for a poneglyph and then saw pudding.
Okay.
I think the issue you're both having is the fact that like there's no reason. And like this is the same thing I always try to tell people.
Even beyond that,
There's
though.
just no reason, and you have to do these whole type of mental gymnastics in
No,
order
it's
to
not.
find this answer.
It's beyond the pale for Blackbeard to know that pudding has a third eye.
It's not beyond the pale. It's the fact that we just don't have anything to support why he knows anything.
Well, I mean, this may be too much because it's Blackbeard, but if he knows Big Mom's collecting like races, and he knows of that race, and you get like a little hit, like yo, it's a small chance, but yo, we know Big Mom's been collecting races for years.
So
wasn't she
apparently
in the,
everybody,
wasn't it in the news too? Like her,
Everybody-
she was marrying Sanji. Wasn't that a thing?
apparently everybody just thinks that after Vegapunk, it's Blackbeard who's the smartest person in the show.
Blackbeard and
'Cause this
Vegapunk
is-
right neck and neck.
This is like the most ridiculous thing of all time.
What we said, Blackbeard showed that he's
All
a
right,
he's
yo,
a cunning
you
dude.
know what, yo? Blackbeard's the smartest, second smartest person in the show, bro.
I actually
That's
agree.
it.
I actually agree with you. I'm just saying this piece of information isn't too beyond the pale for me.
All right, let's keep going. We got questions. I don't want to spend all day talking about nonsense.
We got another $5 super chat from Tafari Young. It says, do you guys think Kaido can beat full Straw Hat crew post Wano? Hashtag racist Sev. Whoa. Hashtag L take Larry. Hey, I'm not racist.
Thank you for the $5.
Did they come at both you guys?
Yeah. And hell no, Kaido can't beat the full post-Wano crew, man. Hell no. You talking about Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei.
You said Kaido.
And that's it.
Yeah, Kaido. That's what you said.
about
Kaido versus them.
The pole.
No. Yeah, I disagree. Oh, man.
I'm not disagreeing. I got to think about it.
Let's keep going.
He asked for our takes, bro.
It's
Keep going, because it's gonna last forever.
Just say yes or no. We don't gotta discuss it too much. Just say yes or no.
I would say yes.
Oh my God, Lionel.
I gotta say yes.
Oh my. Okay. All right.
This is what I'm
adding the
saying.
poll.
We just gotta keep
I'm adding
going.
the poll.
We gotta keep going.
We got another $5 super chat from Bushy-Brow28. It
Thank
says,
you.
do you think we can see an alliance between Straw Hats and Big Mom Pirates, or Katakuri to save Pudding from Blackbeard Pirates? Sanji won't want to save Pudding. Would want to save Pudding.
If Katakuri is at the helm, yes. If Big Mom is, no.
Yeah.
They believe Big Mom is dead. And
It
far
depends.
as we know,
It depends, bro.
Yeah.
We really don't know.
They wouldn't collab with Big Mom. I agree with Larry on that.
we'll most likely see Law and Dogtooth working together than Straw Hats. The Straw Hats are not close to there.
We'll see, bro.
Law need to recruit Dogtooth.
He do though.
He do. We got a $2 super chat from Tachi D Spins. Shout out to Tachi, man. Kid versus Dofi. Who wins? Ooh.
Really?
Ooh.
Doflamingo.
Tachi, thank you for the 2. Also, if you guys don't know, Tachi is a video editor for a lot of the One Piece theories that are coming out now. Check his channel out, or check him out for commissions if you have to make your own theories. Next one, Seb.
1 second. I gotta ask this in the chat.
Did y'all answer? I got Dofi.
I got Dofi.
Can I skip like Larry tried to? Go ahead, Lotto.
Honestly, I do got Dofi, but I'm just gonna ask how you think Dofi could handle the ray gun if he hits him.
He wouldn't be able to collect the ray gun together because everything would be turned into string.
Wait, what?
You can turn the metal to string.
He would turn all the metal to string,
I-
therefore he can't use railgun.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna be the lone wolf. No, you know what? No, I'm not, because Dofi's my guy. I'm going Dofi. I don't care. Even if I feel differently, I'm going Dofi.
Yeah.
What?
I do. Just that's portrayal thing though, but whatever. We got another $2 super chat from Mr. Bushido. I think Law can win this and get Pudding, Sulong, Beppo.
Sulong Beppo ain't doing nothing, bro.
To who, bro? I mean, he might be able to hurt one of them.
Thank you for that.
We got another $5 super chat from Celestial Donkey. It says, you guys are missing the real genius Buggy who outsmarts everyone.
Oh, yeah, so Buggy's third of all time, I guess. After Vegapunk and Blackbeard.
Buggy not smarter than Crocodile, bro.
True.
Anything else?
Yeah, we got another one from Mr. Bushido, $5. It says, I posted the video on Discord, a theory on Discord, but do you think Bonney is connected to Kid and Killer? They are from South Blue and might know Vegapunk. I saw that theory. I didn't get to read it yet, Bushido, but it looked interesting.
Yeah, we'll check it out later. Let's just do this chapter review. Also, can you post the Discord link that's in the video?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, bet. All right, so let's get ready for the next one, guys. So, Blackbeard readies up a tremor crush while Stronger is flying towards Law with Blackbeard on his back. Law uses his awakening and cuts Stronger in half. Blackbeard realizes he's never heard of Law's powers being able to do that. Law tells Shachi and Penguin to go into the sea. Blackbeard uses Tremor Crush and people fall from the shockwave. Doc Q acts as Stronger if he's alive, and Stronger neighs. Then Doc Q throws a basket of apples and Shachi uses water gun to make them explode. That's like a Squirtle attack move if you ever play Pokemon. Beppo uses his ears to detect Van Augur in a certain direction and directs Gene Bart to go protect Law. Law uses Shock Willie and Blackbeard just lets himself get hit and it tears him apart. Van Augur complains about how Blackbeard charges in without a plan, and this is what happens. Blackbeard falls in front of Law, and they square off. Then we see Puddin' showing all three of her eyes and saying she thinks Big Mom is still alive. Law and Blackbeard clash, then Blackbeard uses Black Vortex. Then we go to Akainu, and he's frustrated because even though Law and Blackbeard have met and they are fighting, he has to wait for the fight to conclude. What did you guys think about all of this awesomeness that we saw? And we'll start with Law.
Oh man. So to me, I'm not gonna lie. We see a little bit of what Law's crew can do,
Yeah.
and I'm not impressed. But it's like, hey, not bad. You're doing better than I thought you were. Because I thought, like, all right, you guys are going to do absolutely nothing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he's able to shoot water like that out of his mouth and destroy things, like, pretty much. But that's interesting, you know? And I don't know if Van Arger had hockey equipped in those bullets, but Gene Bart was able to take that, like, no problem. You know? Even Van Arger was like, oh, that's some bodyguard. Like, I can't get past him. You know? So I thought that was interesting. And honestly, I like how Law got that first shot in. Like, pretty much, because, and he whipped out Awakening immediately, even though it's funny because Blackbeard thought that his basic attack was Awakening. Then Law uses Awakening to me, I also thought it too. I'm trying to think, did Law try to cut Blackbeard with this, or did he just use this in a way to throw Blackbeard off his footing? Because he either targeted Blackbeard and the horse and Taku, or he just targeted the horse, cut the horse to throw Blackbeard off so he could land his Awakening shot. Either way, it's like, to me, it's like he either adapted to it or he set that up to land this big heavy blow on Blackbeard. And also, I mean, it's not really a factor, but I know a lot of people believe a lot of times that people go for the first strike because when you land, especially a heavy blow, the first one who lands right can be the most likely to win. You know, especially a heavy blow like this, like he uses Awakening, and we saw this attack too, a heavily hurt Big Mom, right? So Blackbeard took this attack. And so, like, yeah. And honestly, I've been trying to figure out this, too, with Blackbeard. Is he involving... Because me and Lana were talking about it. His Quake Punch. Those statics. Does it look like when when Whitebeard was using during the war, is it just the cracks that he's making in the, you know, this air, the sky or whatever? Or is this actually hockey he's infusing with it? You know, cause to me it looks black, so I would say it's hockey, but I don't say no. It looks more like just the cracking from the quake, you know. So there's a question there, and yeah. So pretty much I want to go into now the last panel. I'm just gonna skip ahead to the Akaino comment. Now I'm thinking, why do you have to wait for the end of this fight to conclude? For what? Like, what are you waiting for? Why does this... To me, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of made me think of Rebacking going to Aokiji. Maybe he's supposed to hear from Aokiji, but now he has to wait for this fight to happen. You know? I'm not sure because, like, what he said, maybe he didn't want the world government to know because also, too, the world government and the Marines seem to be at odds with them. And they're showing, too, Akaino multiple times have shown that he's getting kind of fed up with the world government. Them leaving him out and not telling him. And also, too, the last time they spoke, too, it was like, we're not leaving you in their hands, we're leaving in the CB0's hands. Like, we kind of like, you're not a part of this, you know? And that was regarding Doflamingo, when and he said an Admiral anyway. So it's like, they keep conflicting with each other. So it makes you think of, like, when did the world government start and when did the Marines start? Were they always together or did they just coincide eventually? Because who was in power first or, you know? So I thought that was interesting and I don't want to take up too much time, but what do y'all think?
Seb?
It's all super dope. This is why, like, I don't give major pushback to the hockey's the end all be all stuff, but just the intrigue that I get from devil fruits clashing with one another or devil fruit fights. It's always been more entertaining to me than like what hockey does. You know what I mean? So like, I love that we got this skirmish between a bunch of people with devil fruits just clashing and throwing stuff at each other. Like when Stronger got cut, I was like, oh shit. Like, is Stronger falling into the ocean? Like, is he dead? I don't know. I don't think we saw him. Like, I don't know if we actually saw Stronger land on land. So, potential RIP to Stronger. It was best horse for a short period of time.
Pegasus.
Pegasus. I think Stronger's probably still alive. It was cool I know Larry probably bring it up. He always brings up the Blackbeard is blitzable to start fights. It's very true. It's very evident. I figured it would happen. This is it happening. Law went straight like what
Nah, yo, I got bad takes.
You don't always have bad takes. You
bro.
don't always
I
have
got
bad takes.
bro.
I give you credit when you
Go
have
ahead,
good
bro.
takes. This
Finish
is
your
me
thing.
doing that. Law went straight Awakening. Like, he was like, I'm not playing. I'm going straight Awakening on this dude. Re-room. doing the whole shebang. I thought that was cool. I love Blackbeard's expression throughout. Like, no, you fool, stay on the offensive. Like, I have to charge forward because, like I always say, he knows when the juice is worth the squeeze. He's like, listen, no matter what Law whipped out real quick, we need to take his poneglyphs and probably this devil fruit because it's freaking amazing if he can get it. You know, regarding Lost Crew, they still mid, bro. Like, I get it. Like, it's cool. Oda needed to do a little thing to prop them up a bit in the water battle. They're very effective in this role. Shout out to John Bart just taking bullets to the face like that. That was cool. But I don't think any of them could legitimately beat, like, even like a page one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see much from them. So ultimately, it is what it is. The pudding thing with Big Mom, I don't know if this is proof that she's dead or not, but hopefully, because I don't want to see her again, bro. I don't care for Big Mom. Y'all know that. Something that they pointed out on Discord with the first page with Blackbeard cracking, the sound effect that is being made from these is the same sound effect that Oda tends to use for Conqueror's Haki, lightning flashes. I don't know if this is proof that Blackbeard has that or if it's just the cracking of his Quake ability. I thought it was the Quake ability, but the sound effect, the ZT thing that's there, it's the same. So take that for whatever y'all want. I liked Van Auger stepping up as like a mini right hand telling him what he needs to do and stuff. Like, I like that. In regards to what Kainu Lawrence talked about, like him having to hold back, I think it's just, it could be a bunch of different factors there, but ultimately, I think it comes down to you don't attack two pirates while they're fighting, you would attack them after the fact.
But why would he be trying to attack them now?
Just in general, they know where they're at. They're getting reports that they're there. You would wait until the battle is over to swoop in and reap the rewards, like Blackbeard always does. And that panel, that little mini panel of Blackbeard doing the Black Vortex and Law sweating a little bit, that was my favorite panel of the whole chapter, bro. Blackbeard about to turn up, and y'all know it. Y'all know it.
Yeah, real quick, how do you think Akainu feels? That same little guy 2 years ago I was about to kill is out here, was like a hero of the Rocky Port, but that same hero now who's been doing work got captured.
You think he's a bum? And I also think that's another thing. I think Akainu just upset that he can't just go out and handle stuff himself like he would have back in the day. But yeah,
Lano?
I think it's funny that Oda keeps having a running theme with Blackbeard. Like, almost every fight we see him in, he's always getting hit first. With Ace, with he even with Whitebeard even, but he couldn't even do anything against Whitebeard, so that's just obvious.
Bro, it's every fight.
Yeah, and it's funny
Luffy
because
except Boa.
Yeah, except
Somehow, right? Because it's a woman.
Oh my god.
And it goes into what Whitebeard said to Blackbeard. Overconfidence and recklessness is your weaknesses, is your downfall.
Arrogance.
Yeah. So it's like,
Speak them facts.
and seems like even 2 years, Blackbeard still hasn't learned this lesson.
Speak them facts.
And it's like, and it's questionable. So it shows like Blackbeard gets hit, then he starts getting tries to overwhelm the person to a degree, but it matters who he's fighting. Because if this is your weakness, this keeps on happening, eventually, for instance, if Kaido hits you, Blackbeard, the fight will probably be over.
Nah, you know why that wouldn't? Because people believe that fate is so much on his side.
It is though.
That he would just somehow escape.
It's the.
He wouldn't. This is their point. Their point is he's such a mastermind. He's the second smartest person in the universe. That he wouldn't even fight Kaido. He wouldn't even put himself in the position. But keep going, Lionel.
He wouldn't.
Keep going, Lionel.
But again, it's so I just find it interesting that that same thing was happening with Blackbeard, and it's Blackbeard's just always going to be the same character no matter what. Overconfidence, reckless, stupid. He's again his crew sometimes reminds me of a little bit some of the Straw Hats, how they end up doing foolish and stupid stuff that they don't look sometimes always great in certain moments. So I was just I kind of got that vibe. The cracking though, I definitely believe it's just all ability, because I even went to Whitebeard at the Marineford War when he hit Giant John. If you look at it, it looks exactly like what Blackbeard hit, the Black Lightning. But this isn't hockey. This is just the Quake.
But is that sound effect there?
I don't know. But
people are dependent on the sound effect.
Yeah, I mean,
because in Marineford, Blackbeard's cracks said crack.
Okay.
as a sound effect. It didn't have the ZZT. So every time the ZZT has been used, even during Wano, it displayed conquers.
But didn't they also show like something similar to what Sanji? Like didn't like that's you brought it up. Like they had something similar to what Sanji that showed that the same symbols or signs for conquerors was towards Sanji at
the bathhouse. Yeah,
at the
there's
bathhouse.
a couple scenes like that.
So like I mean I understand, but you can't fully go off those because like I don't think Sanji's a conqueror. You know, people like it would be dope, but I don't believe Sanji is. So, but again, like I thought it was pretty dope too with Law again, like if
Thank you.
especially finding a Yonko, and so again shows like Law got a lot more experience, a lot more strong than he was than at the Wano arc. Like throw out your big guns already. Like you want to weaken Blackbeard as much as you can. Plus, like he took double damage. So whatever he just took from the inside, it doubled. So like, how many times can he actually take these hits from Law?
Go ahead, speak some facts, Lionel.
So I'm just like, yo,
come on, bro.
So like, Blackbeard may. I don't think Blackbeard has any speed feats. He may anticipate people's speeds, but him actually moving fast and speed, I have not yet to see that in any fight. I have not seen Blackbeard speed blitz anyone. Like, not even one.
Technically, bro. But
again, we don't know what happened, bro. We don't know what happened.
Sometimes, like, I just want to hockey punch you, bro. Because you just say things that just are so dumb.
I would eat that shit.
So, but I'm not gonna lie. I did like it goes into again with One Piece. You can't judge a book by its cover, and I like the fact that Law's crew isn't the incapable crew that we thought they were. Like they look like weak and whatever. They actually show. Again, I'm not saying they're strong, but they show that we are capable in some aspects, and it kind of goes into what Sanji said to Usopp. You do what you could do, and I could do what I could do. So like pretty much, they may not be that strong at fighting, but they're attacking the ship now. Like they could sink Blackbeard's ship, pretty much, and now like and even what Law did, like he cut Blackbeard's Dark Q's horse. That it was an actually brilliant technique that he did because Blackbeard's vulnerable because he's going to either fall in the water or you're wide open for me to hit you. So either way, like, so you saw like Law's strategy and how because he took command immediately. Yo, you do this. Like right there, this is the first time I actually saw Law as an actual captain, like taking the lead, and I thought that was pretty dope.
Because you never with his crew.
You don't trust
Never be with his crew. Like I hate them dudes. No, I was kidding.
But also, I just had a question too. I'm going to jump down a little bit back. All right, so Pudding's actually in the ship. So I'm trying to think. Do you think Aokiji's here?
I do not know.
Because we saw Van Ogre and Aokiji in there. Actually, she's in the same ship as they are right now. It's like, did Aokiji actually leave, or he's still in the ship with them?
Well, again, it seemed some time has passed since that cover story, so he could totally be here. But I think there has been a time lapse. But
I could think of that too. Because I was thinking of because I don't know if Kobe's here. Because they showed Pudding, but they didn't show Kobe. And and I'm trying to think if Kobe's here and Aokiji's here, I would think Aokiji might try to free Kobe.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Imagine Aokiji like, I don't know that dude. Smoko was my boy. Who the heck is Kobe?
that would be crazy.
He could die. No stuff.
terrible.
Anything else?
No, that'll be it. I'll move on.
All right. So I feel like you hit a lot of strong points. And I think one of the main reasons Blackbeard is such like a anomaly to the show is that, like I've said before, people can't really make sense of what he is or like the things that he does. And like everything that people try to hype him up about is actually not really true, right? It's just something that they want him to be because he's this anti-protagonist. He's just the guy that's supposed to fight Luffy at the end of the day. But even then, right? Like the community's still not sure that he's the endgame opponent at this point. It's either him or Akainu. So it's like their logic is actually a contradiction of itself. So what I will say is this. The reason why, even though it's wrote like zit the same way like other hockey users that have conquerors have used it on Wano, it's not Blackbeard's not using it, is because if you noticed, do we think Law's crew is pretty strong or no?
No.
Okay. Do you think one person is above them all, or do you just think that like a couple of them like are really good, some of them are really
There's
weak-willed?
probably like 4 standouts.
Okay.
They got fodder in there.
Okay, fodder, right? Did any of them pass out?
Nope.
That's true.
Yeah, but Usopp didn't pass out. And to me, he's a prime kid that would knock out from Conquerors.
Okay, but we're talking about Usopp, who's also like a protagonist of a protagonist
Yeah.
crew. So, did anybody pass out that was insignificant?
Now, I'm basically Law does have insignificant people in his crew, so quite a few should
Nobody
have.
passed out.
No.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a yes or no. Yeah,
No.
nobody, right? Okay, so if nobody's passing out, even though that Zit is there, if y'all think that Blackbeard is top 4 in the verse right now, wouldn't that mean that some of those guys would be just passed out, foaming out the mouth?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
It should be. You should expect that.
exactly.
You know what I mean?
So since that's not happening, wouldn't that be considered an inconsistency on Oda's part if he did have it and he's top 4 in a verse?
It depends.
Okay, so again,
It depends. There's been instances that Conqueror's Haki was shown and it didn't knock anybody out, even though there was weak-willed people around. You know what I mean? But I agree with you. If you're gonna show Blackbeard using Conqueror's Haki, people should be getting knocked out. We need to identify that as a thing that he's doing.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah, and Law should have recognized it.
exactly. It needs
Exactly.
to be highlighted
So-
in some way.
What I'll say is too, it was even stated by the people who are feeling the shock from a Conqueror's Haki user that it was just a shockwave. It was literally the shockwave that was putting them down, and nobody was foaming out the mouth. Interesting callback to Doc Q throwing apples. The first time we ever saw Doc Q, he actually offered Luffy an apple, and Luffy ended up eating the apple. Nami ended up choking him and telling him to spit it out, and then Doc Q was surprised that the apple he had given Luffy didn't explode. And then what did he say? Like every other Blackbeard pirate, fate must be on your side. Which was interesting, and then we saw the apples he had given somebody else explode.
Right, yeah.
So it was nice to see that. I love the fact that like Law has what you just said. He's actually a captain, but more so, he has sort of like hybrid fishmen at this point on his crew, and it makes sense now because their ship isn't a ship; it's a submarine. How do they fix it? They must go out and do repairs. So I'll be very interested in seeing if Shachi and Penguin are actually half-breeded fishmen, which is dope.
Half fisherman, half human.
Like I've always told people, Blackbeard is blitzable. Sebastian said it hasn't really happened post time skip. I said, why would he change? It's going to happen anyway. And he ended up happening. And, you know, like Lionel said, this is 2 times the damage. So if Law is doing the damage he did to Big Mom when he punched a hole all the way to Wano, if he did that to Blackbeard, bro, like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, I don't think he's more durable than Big Mom. That just sounds crazy.
Yeah, so.
So, yeah, Sebastian stop.
He might have to be, though.
I mean, he ate that, yo.
Now, here's the other
No, he
thing.
didn't.
Here's the other thing. And I've been learning a lot about Blackbeard and looking into, like, everything that he is during the theory that I'm creating, that everybody's heard before and I'm writing. When Law says, so all of your officers have powers now, Blackbeard's wheezing and like, you know, he's hurting.
Yeah.
Law goes, which means they all share the same weakness, the sea. But the benefits are worth the risk. That's how devil fruits work, Blackbeard says, right? That's another play on arrogance. Law is such a strategist that I think he's going to use seawater in order to help him beat the Blackbeard pirates. Now, if Aokiji is there, Aokiji might help the situation by causing them to break off somehow. I don't know. I just feel like Aokiji's going to end the fight himself if he's there. And then what's really interesting, I know I'm talking a lot, I'm so sorry. But what's really interesting to me is that Puddin is not hiding her third eye anymore. So shout out to Sanji for making a woman feel very confident in her own being. And I love that part of Whole Cake now because she's just showing the third eye herself. Yeah. But I feel like now that she's confident in her looks, but also herself, she might have some type of observation to detect that Big Mom might be alive, but she just doesn't realize that's like observation at work to some degree. She just probably has like this instinct feeling that she may be alive. I wonder if that's like third eye tribe abilities. And then finally, again, when it comes to this Conqueror's Haki type of clashing, I brought it up in the Discord. People try to knock me for it, which is fine. I'm always getting knocked on. But I said to myself, if Blackbeard is using Conqueror's Haki, and he's using it with the Gora Gora no Mi, And Law, we know, isn't confirmed to have Conqueror's Haki. And he's just using his awakening. And we don't know his Haki capabilities because he doesn't know Rio, right? Why is Blackbeard, like, clashing with him? Wouldn't it just show immediately being overwhelmed? But what did he do instead? What did Blackbeard do immediately after?
Vortex.
Exactly. So for him to not overpower Law immediately and he has Conquerors, that doesn't make sense as to why he would do Vortex. He's compensating. And then, Akainu, I feel his frustration, man. I want to see Akainu be a thug, man. He can't. So that's what I'm going to say for now. But hopefully I got shot thinking on the right path, man. I've been called this. And there's not really any comebacks y'all can make because y'all just gonna say Betrayal and Fate and he's a cool character and he is cool. But when it comes to this high tier game, bro, he not there, bro.
He about the body Law. That's all I know.
And it's gonna be off panel.
It sure is.
But if you guys have nothing to say to that,
Yeah.
let's hit these super chats and then we'll hit sponsors, Marv. Okay.
All right. Let me scroll back up just to make sure I'm in the
Thank
right
you guys
spot.
for letting us talk and letting me talk.
Yeah, we got a $2 super chat from Mr. Bushido. Thanks again, man. It says, Law versus Summit War Whitebeard. Who wins? Obey the kid.
I got Law.
You got Law?
Yeah, I got Law.
Summit.
Like Whitebeard at Marineford.
Like Law now?
Yeah, I assume.
I could probably go Law.
Lionel?
Well, honestly, I'm gonna go because Whitebeard was really badly sick.
Yeah.
That's the only. If he wasn't sick, I'd still got Whitebeard.
But that's the
the
one I
fact
think
that
that
Whitebeard is sick.
Oh, he said
then I got-
Whitebeard?
Yeah, who do you think he said?
I thought you said Blackbeard.
No, Whitebeard.
Oh, no, Whitebeard's winning.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Are you switching to
winning.
Whitebeard?
Yeah, Whitebeard's winning.
You going Law
Law's
still?
a doctor, man.
Wait, why would he heal him? He's fighting him. Oh, you mean he's going to make him sicker? That's
I'm not saying
grimy.
sicker, but like he's a doctor. He's going to be able to identify Whitebeard's sickness and his symptoms and use that against him.
I'm going to be real. I don't think his abilities would work the same way that it didn't work on Big Mom and Kaido. I think that the Awakening for sure would work on him. Like Shock Willie, all that stuff. But like switching him out, no.
No,
You think he will or you don't think
I don't think he would.
Whitebeard in his
would do
condition, he's not going to be able to take Shock Willie or because like the strong one. Shock Willie is what we saw this one, but then there's
Do you want me to pull up the stats for like
Puncture.
the damage that he got during that?
yeah, but remember who was by? The biggest shot he took there was from Akainu, and it wasn't even clean.
Yeah, but Lawrence, he took like 67 cannonballs to the face and like got shot like 120 times.
And stabbed.
And stabbed by Squardo.
I'm gonna tell
He
you
got
right
stabbed
now.
more than that. He got stabbed a bunch of times
Yeah.
by some Vice Admirals or whatever.
I've seen Brownbeard take like 8
Stop it.
cannon.
Okay,
No,
okay.
No, you said cannons, right?
All right, we're done.
I'm
Go to the
saying
next
cannons?
one. You brought up Brownbeard. We're done.
Yeah,
we're
This is what
done.
happens when you start binge watching the
Did you
anime.
hear what I said though?
But no,
you even hear
no,
what I said?
I don't want to hear it.
I'm saying you
You said
cannonballs?
Brownbeard.
Name one person that a cannonball took out.
Okay. Can we keep
I'll
going?
somebody.
Can
I
we
know
go?
there's
nobody.
Can we keep going, bro?
It's not
my
that,
answer
it's
is
not that
Law,
strong.
by the way.
That doesn't mean it's
I got
just
Law.
not gonna hurt you,
I got Law.
Lawrence. It's accumulated damage. If somebody jabs you in the face and they can't punch that hard, it's going to feel like a brick hitting you eventually.
What I'm trying to say is Whitebeard, right? Was definitely always hurting his heart.
This is
He
why
took his knee.
this is disrespect.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
And
is.
I'm talking about his old age and his sickness. This dude, legit overshoot trying had to take a knee from like from fighting a little too hard. Law stabbing him in that section.
Lawrence, fighting a little too hard?
Yeah.
All right, come on.
That's not what happened to Whitebeard?
He took a knee after he got punched in the chest.
No.
Did he?
He took he took a knee and then got punched in the chest.
Yeah.
Started coughing up blood. But that was after he got stabbed in the chest by Squardo.
Yeah. So when Law does eternal damage, like inside the heart, attacking vital organs, someone who's already in his weakest state.
We can't stay on this.
I'm just saying, you
keep
think
going.
someone's already
I'm
this
with
close
you.
to death?
I got Law, but don't be bringing up Brownbeard, bro.
No, you brought up cannonballs. Like,
Yeah,
cannonballs really gonna hurt Whitebeard? Come on.
Disrespectful.
We got another $10 super chat from our guy, Joyboy Mark. It says, does Blackbeard have to touch the person to disable others' fruits? Because if he does, he will have a hard time to a mid to long distance fighter like Law.
So yes, he has to touch them in order to even turn off their abilities, or even to make a Logia turn into a regular person. If he does not touch them, they are still able to use their abilities full force. The only time he really didn't touch anybody and nullified their ability was when Whitebeard went to shockwave him. And he took off Whitebeard's ability.
Yeah.
That was the only time, but that was also because the ability was touching Whitebeard.
So I might be thinking of an anime-only moment, but didn't he make the ground darkness and negated Whitebeard's Devil Fruit then too, or am I tripping?
No.
He did it to like try to sink Whitebeard and take away his footing away.
Yeah.
And that's also why I said earlier where Law has a potential of beating Blackbeard because of Law's ability and how he fights with it.
1,000%. And also, this is what I try to bring up to people all the time that go, well, he can negate Devil Fruits. And I'm like, no, he can't. He has to first touch the person. And if the person doesn't need to touch you because they know Rio,
He's getting rocked.
yeah, and what happens? He always gets hit.
Yeah.
And he bounced back.
He's not losing.
Bounce, bro.
I'm
Blackbeard
telling
always
you,
bounce
bro.
back,
Yo,
bro.
bro, I'm gonna get shot to realize it one day, bro. He's
Blackbeard
not that guy.
Always bounces back.
Thank you for the super chats, guys.
And we got another $5 from Mr. Bushido. It says, I think Law's crew are strong as a unit, and Blackbeard's crew is stronger, but they aren't all there. Blackbeard went in half-assed. He does not obey the law. No, he doesn't. Blackbeard I don't think he's obeyed the law a day in his life. It's a criminal.
And you know what's crazy too about that comment is that Van Auger himself goes,
Yo, you wild.
you just charged in there with no plan.
Yeah.
What does everybody always try to tell Larry? Blackbeard always has a plan.
I don't say that.
And the thing is too, they be like, yo, he takes the best opportunity. I was like, yes, but if you look at it, Blackbeard only really does the first step of his plan, and that's his plan. His plan is to go, oh, I'm gonna go impel down because no one's there right now, right? But he never goes, what happens if like somebody's there and I have to like fight them? He doesn't think that far. But then what happens? He just gets saved by fate.
Yeah.
Same thing with this. He goes, yo, his plan was just to come to this island because he figured Luffy, Kid, or Law were gonna be here. But he doesn't know Law's abilities. And Law just basically one-shots him for a second, and then Van Auger goes, yo, this is what happens. You didn't plan far enough. And this is from his own, like crew member. So when people tell me these things, I'm like, I've become such a Blackbeard scholar now that, like, I just know this guy. Like, he's just not that guy.
But he's him and not him simultaneously.
Okay,
right?
bro. It's the same thing Hidden said. He's just
both.
him.
He's both.
Yeah.
We got another $5 super chat from Greg's Clone. It says, what's your saddest One Piece moment? Mine is Dodon punching Garp after Ace.
Mine's is the introduction of Marco.
The one where he has the black hair?
Yes.
But why? You're such a hater.
Because that's the real Marco.
What about you, Lionel?
Saddest, honestly, it's pretty much when Robin was getting beat by
Spandam?
yeah.
No.
I hated it.
Is that sad or anger? Lawrence.
That's true.
Oh, this is going to take a while.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'll give mine in the meantime.
I think I got one.
The saddest I've ever been watching One Piece was Sabaody Archipelago when everybody was getting teleported by Kuma.
Oh, yeah.
I shed actual tears.
That Nami cry out was crazy,
That was
bro.
kinda crazy.
Hers and Robin's.
Yeah.
That was wild.
Robin biting the she's like biting the ground. That was terrible.
No, I'll probably say the Pody too, because like the way Luffy,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, because that was the first. Yeah, Luffy acts goofy and stupid all the time. He's like a kid, but that's the first time you legit saw him as a kid, because all his crew would get taken away, and he couldn't handle it. He didn't know what to do. He was physically and mentally just like breaking down.
Begging Kuma
Yeah.
not to do that to him.
Like
Yeah.
that's the first time you legit see him revert back to like the kid he is, even though he's a young man. But we didn't see that until then. So yeah, I agree with that one.
Next one.
We got a $14 super chat, $15 super chat from Shandi Wandi. It says,
Thank you.
Do you guys believe Aokiji could be the man marked by flames? Much love.
That's kind of a good one. I never
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
about that.
Actually,
I've thought of it.
I thought of it too, a little bit.
I know me. I'm on the bullet train for
That could be a good one.
But that would be.
I don't know much. I can't theorize that well.
It's I don't think it's gonna be Aokiji because thank you. This placement where like I feel like that's associated with Roger and Joy Boy. Honestly, it's gonna. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but it might even be Dragon, Luffy's dad. But I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. We got a $20 super chat from our guy Celestial Doggy.
Thank you, CD.
Thank you so much. It says, Blackbeard Blackbeard fruit spamming like a kid spamming on Mortal Kombat. Yeah, man. He's just button bashing.
Yeah, reliant devil fruit users. They're always gonna have a peak, bro. Like Ace was just the main person to realize like you can't rely on the devil fruit. It held him back so much.
It's funny that you bring that up because Blackbeard got on Lagos, not necessarily Ace, but he got on Lagos for relying on their ability too much and not taking hits and everything. Yes, Blackbeard's taking hits, but you're doing the exact same thing you got on the Lagos for. Yeah. You go straight to both abilities.
And honestly,
Blackbeard gonna get his lick back, man.
And honestly, Blackbeard, you just told Blackbeard just full of it. You say that, but you act like hockey wasn't around. Like all what you just said is invalid because hockey's in the new world permanently. So like if you're fighting hockey users, you're getting hit regardless if you're a Lagia. So like again, Blackbeard just talks like sometimes he does.
Yeah.
Blackbeard's a man of action. Well, until he doesn't need to be. We got another $5 super chat from Mr. Prince.
Is it until he needs to be, or is it just he's just so inefficiently?
What do you mean inefficient? Yo, listen, you be saying Blackbeard was gifted all this stuff. He's taking everything that he's wanted, and then he ran away. We got a $5 super chat from Mr. Prince. It says, I've been a Spotify listener for months. I'm glad I was able to catch a stream. My question is, do you think Sniper King will ever make a return?
I hope the Sogi King does come back, and also thank you for listening on Spotify and joining us here today.
Yes. I think it will versus Van Auger, I hope. That would be cool. I don't know how he set that up naturally, but it would be cool.
It would be cool.
I think he's gonna get
I can see it coming back.
Mask.
Oh, it's gonna be his dad though. Yasa's gonna put on Sogi King.
I just want Usopp to get dreads. That's it.
Dreads?
No. Oh, man. I just want him to get dreads.
Who's tying them? Anyway,
Robin.
Yeah, I was thinking
Robin
the same thing.
would be perfect for
That would be
that.
Sanji.
What?
Come on, son.
I said a joke because did the order say in real life he would be a hairstylist or something like that?
He said hairstylist or fashion designer?
That's kind of.
I think.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe fashion.
How would he not be a chef? Anyway, Tachi D Spins. We got a $2 super chat. It says Blackbeard is a Klabauterman. True or no?
No.
What?
No? The Klabauterman, the spirit that encompasses like ships.
It's the ship spirit.
Yeah.
No.
What? Said Blackbeard is that?
Yeah. I'm with it. Tachi, I'm with it. I see the vision.
I want to hear. I'm curious to where you get that thought from.
Tachi, I see the vision.
I don't see it.
You know why that thought comes to mind? Because they can't think of anything else as to why he is the way he is and why he's so hyped up.
Blackbeard's the man.
There's no evidence.
We in Blackbeard season, yo. Watch your tone.
I want to know what the change of Blackbeard because he looks so miserable as a kid, and then I know he's all smiles. Where Luffy was always smiles from the get. Blackbeard was straight miserable.
They made something up for that too. It's called split personality now. It's just anything, bro. They're reaching for straws.
Hime says she wants you to cosplay as Soga King now.
Yo, Hime, don't give him ideas.
Right. But that's all for the super chats. Marv, can you hit the sponsor, please?
Marv, sponsor! This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Have you been struggling lately? Maybe you're having trouble sleeping, difficulty with a relationship, or just struggling from low self-esteem. Listen, I've been there. We've been there. If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you. BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained to listen and help you. Talk to your therapist in a private, online environment at your own convenience. There is a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area. You just fill out a questionnaire, simple as that, to help assess your specific needs. And then you get matched with the therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule a secure video and phone sessions. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages and everything you share is completely confidential. I happened to sign up at one point regarding my confidence issues. Next thing you know, my confidence issues are not issues anymore. I'm doing pretty well in that area. You can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. Join the 2 million plus people who have taken charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist. Special offer goes out to all that One Piece Talk listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode.
The reason I come next is
Oh, shit.
My bad. My bad.
Yo, who said Larry's voice sounds like milk, bro? I'm dead. What does that even mean?
I don't know what it means, but it sounds crazy.
It was Tashi.
It gets the people going.
Sounds provocative.
Sounds provocative. All right. So, let's go ahead and start this next one up. Wait, did we get a super chat?
We did.
Yeah, they about to push this harder than the Jimbei fit, bruh.
No way.
Hold on, can we save this $50 then? We got a $50 super chat from Joy Boy Mark. It says hashtag Larry for Soga King. Let's get it.
That's crazy.
Marv, don't calculate that for the Jimbei fit. That is its own fit. That is its own thing. We gonna remember. That's a clean one. We can remember that one.
They said milk is smooth. Talking about Larry.
Yo, Joy Boy Mark, thank you again for 50.
Appreciate you, Mark.
Thank you.
I really hope this is not the initiation for another like cosplay
It
bar.
sounds like it is, bro.
Are you guys considering this another cosplay bar? Because holy bro. If I do it, I'm getting dreads. Somehow, I'm
How
gonna
you
get
gonna
dreads.
get
I'm
Yo,
gonna get
Soga
dreads.
King with dreads will look gangster.
Yo, it would
They
look
will-
amazing.
You
they
can't
will
get
look-
dreads. Soga King doesn't have dreads, bro. You gotta rock the Soga King fit. The overalls,
he's
the
the-
bandages.
Wait, you wouldn't? I
But
gotta see Larry's face.
Larry's using
You gotta wear the mask.
Larry's using his
And
future
nose.
sight to what Usopp's about to look like with Soga King, man.
He just got another one.
What is it? Is this
Yeah.
for? Come on, bro. So we're just gonna skip out? No way. We're just gonna skip out on just
Yes.
like
It's like-
Sebastian dressing like
This
Jinbei.
is why I love our community, man. I appreciate y'all so much.
Wait,
man.
you want to put up a poll in the chat?
Mark, can you put another a bar in or no? Is it one at a time?
Oh man, I'll try to do the math.
Should
real
we
quick.
do a poll about you, Jinbei, until and Larry Soga King? It says dread life, baby.
Dread life. He dreaded life for real.
I think they'll be happy with the dreads. I think
Listen,
that,
I'm still gonna do the Jinbei thing. I'm not gonna skip out. Alright? But I do want this Larry Soga King real bad.
see, we got a hashtag set for Jinbei. So I think we should do a poll.
man.
Like, I think we should do the Jinbei first.
Damn! Holy sh!
Damn, bruh.
What just happened?
I love y'all. That's
Oh my god! What?
What happened?
Y'all dumbfounding Marv right now. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
Let's ace the aces again,
Wow.
man. Oh man.
So I say with the dreads though. Soga King with the dreads. Larry's like, yo, my life, man.
Oh my god.
Larry's just like, come on. We even put a bar. We don't even know the limit.
You know what makes it so good?
We
Is
don't
that
put a-
Larry hates Usopp's
Who you hate more, Bonney or Usopp?
Like, his hate for Buggy and Usopp way surpassed my minor dislike for Jinbei.
But we even put a bar because like we had that for Buggy. It's not the same for the Buggy fit. It's
Bro,
different.
can we just skip all this? Bro?
I gotta read the
Can we
super
just
chats,
fast
bro.
forward life, bro?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Just go, bro. Just read it.
All right, we got a $50 super chat from Joy Boy Mark. It says hashtag Larry for Soga King. Let's get it going. You know, that got us kicked off, and then we got
Joy
a
Boy
10.
Mark. Oh my god. We gotta throw hands, bro. Thank you. Thank you, Joy Boy Mark, bro.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Yo!
Oh my
god, y'all are too much.
Yo.
This is so insane.
Yo, we still didn't finish the chapter.
Yeah, we did.
we finished the chapter.
Guys, come
Yo,
on. Can you not do this to me? Don't do this to me.
Larry having a break.
The best stream ever. Larry's having a breakdown, bro.
You're stressing me out, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't have a set goal yet.
I'm gonna just keep throwing the supers up, bro. Oh man, we got a $10 super chat from Mr. Prince. It says, "I support this cause." Hashtag Larry for Soga King. Thank you, Mr. Prince. We got a $10 super chat from our guy Red Haired Shanktum. It says, "Larry for Soga King would make my week. It would make my year." Red Haired Shanktum. And then we
Thank
got
you right here.
a $400 super chat from Ace the Aces. Oh my God. It says hashtag Larry for Soga King and hashtag Buggy Gang. Just to throw it on top of you, man.
Ace the Aces.
Oh my God.
Thank you. One.
Wow.
Super thank you. One. I just don't know what to say. Like, I'm speechless. So, thank you.
Oh
thank
my
you.
God.
Thank you, and more thank you. And I hate all of you guys.
It says, you got another super chat from Red Hair Check them $5. It says Larry is Sogi King, Seb as Jinbei, and they gotta fight WWE.
Yo, get a ring. Yo,
We gotta
Davey
get a
back
ring.
fight. We should get a Davey back fight.
I'm recruiting Park because he's in the chat.
Get the
And he been boxing.
Luffy versus Foxy.
Does that make me Foxy? That's bullshit. Oh man, we got another $100 from Joy Boy Mark. It says, Larry, I love you. LOL. It's all love. Oh my God, Mark.
Thank you for the $100, Jordan Mark. You've donated so much already.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Joy Boy Mark.
Much love back to you, of course. For everybody that's obviously doing this horrible thing. Can you just put W's in the chat for everybody that's super chatting? Because I want to make sure we're all recognizing that this is something that doesn't happen anywhere else. And I feel like I'm being hazed and bullied and harassed. So
It's all love, bro. You just
keep
said it
going.
was love.
Keep going, bro.
We got another $100 super chat from Celestial Donkey. It says, "Do it, Larry, for Soga King." Well,
CD,
just know you
come
gotta
on,
you gotta
Thank
tally all of these. The ones that say Larry for Soga King. It's just quick maths, bro.
Thank you so much, Celestial Donkey.
One of the mods, please scope the super chats that are saying Larry for Soga King and tally them up as to what the end total is. Oh man.
Wow.
Oh my God.
We got one that doesn't seem to. Oh, never mind. We got a $5 super chat from Haas. It says, "What theory do you think we will never get an answer to?" From me, I would say Luffy's mom and who she is. Hashtag Larry for Soga King. Let's go. Yeah, that's when we can answer.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first, Larry. If you...
I don't know, bro.
He's just.
I don't even know what was asked.
What theory do you think we will never get an answer to?
Crocodile being a chick.
Okay.
Let Lionel go first.
What was yours, Sebastian? Did you say yours?
The long bridge. That super long bridge they've been building for years. I don't think we'll ever get anything. I don't know why. I have a feeling we won't.
Yeah, that's true too. That bridge is just nowhere to be seen.
It's just a bridge.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Y'all have an answer?
Yeah, y'all take him out long.
Yeah,
we got a chapter to go through.
Yeah.
We got the
I was still
speed
thinking
run
about
that
saying
chapter.
later.
All right, I'm just gonna take yours from last time.
What?
You know how law is a D, but also the water thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like water law,
That's a
like
good
the
one.
history, because law said that's the secret name and not the D.
I think we do
Yeah.
get that one eventually. We got a $10 super chat from Ashley Amanda.
Ashley, what's up, girl? Tell Dash I said what's up.
It's been so long. It says, "From Desh and Ash, you guys rock. Come to Anime NYC." I believe we already have plans to do so, right?
Yeah.
Are you
We're
guys
going on-
coming?
We're going on Sunday.
I guess you guys are coming. Come Sunday.
Yeah, we'll be at Anime NYC on Sunday. But listen, everybody that has super chatted, you already know how much love we have for you. You already know how much we appreciate you. But this is bullying to a certain degree. Okay, just letting
It's
you know.
not bullying if it comes from love.
But thank you so much. You didn't make Marv curse, but he was close. He was close. He's like laughing right now behind the mirror. He's like, holy F. So this is crazy.
Who was it in the chat? I think it was Chris. Chris, don't round up. I know I round up when I read them off. That's just to make it easier. Don't round up for the tally.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, by the way. Okay, so let's get through this chapter, please. I want to take phone calls so I can hear these guys. All right, so concise answers now, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so On Future Island Egghead, we see that the pacifista Puma has stopped attacking. Bonney has changed the ages of everyone and they all look different. Jinbei lets her know what he knows about Kuma, her actual father. Apparently, he started out as a wicked king on Sorbet Kingdom until people drove him off and became a pirate. He was affiliated with the revolutionaries too until the Navy captured him and sentenced him to life in prison. So Vegapunk took it upon himself to offer him some body augmentation and some clone development. That was why, that was the way he could become free again. Bonney says Vegapunk basically gave him another death sentence by turning him into a cyborg. Bonney tells them he wasn't a tyrant. He hated the world government and he would never work for them. Kuma told Bonney that he was from a special people, but she doesn't really care about that. Vegapunk shouldn't have killed him, she says. Seb, what do you think about all this?
Kuma's a D. Try to keep my answer short. Jinbei out here just believing in propaganda. You know what I'm saying? Think for yourself, Jinbei. You know what I mean? I thought it was really cool to see all these people like de-aged and aged up and stuff. I thought that was really great. Was that a lightsaber that she used? Is that what that was? Yeah. That was dope. Shout out Zoro getting a lightsaber. I'm with that agenda. At least just holding one. You know what I mean? That would be cool. But I don't have much beyond that. But my thought process on his special people stuff is that Kuma's a D, and that would make Bonney also a D that she just doesn't know about, I guess, or is hiding it. So.
Yeah. What about you, Lionel?
Yeah, I thought this was also propaganda, like, because we don't have the full story, and, like, you know, people hear stuff, and the world government, and the world government pretty much, like, you know, misfeeds or misdirects certain troops, so, like, Jimmy just not knowing fully all the facts, because you can even tell by how Bonney reacts to it, whether if some of it could be true or some of it not, but we got to hear the whole full story of what really happened. I thought it was hilarious that Luffy's age is 70. Mm-hmm. And I started comparing it, like Rayleigh, Garp, and all the other people who are 70. There's a big contrast between how Luffy aged 70 and because Luffy he can't even fight. Like he looks terrible. Where all of them they're still rocking. Like they're still like we saw Garp like punch Marco. Like, you know. But I thought this was interesting because if you look at Luffy, he looks exactly like how Oda drew Luffy in the alternate future if things went bad. And actually even looking at Jinbei looks a lot like how he looks as a kid, but also his hair is white when Jim's hair is black. So I thought like her ability actually changes the age of them, but in a different alternate future. So it's not the actual age we're gonna see. It's like a different timeline. It's weird.
So to that real quick, the fact that Luffy is of that other timeline, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that he turned 70, do you think it's because Luffy's not living to 70? Because that's where my mind went. Like, he's not living that long. So they had to show him in this, what the alternate timeline would look like. But that means...
I actually thought that too a little bit as well. Like, the one of the reasons I thought Luffy looked like this because of the thing what happened to Ivankov and how much Luffy's killing his body. That Luffy's aging differently because he's putting too much damage and stress on his body in general at a young age. But that actually has a good one. Like Luffy might not live to 70 at all. Actually that's pretty good. But I think she changes the alternate timelines with aging.
All right. What about you, Law?
I agree with what you guys are saying too about the whole the propaganda with Kuma, because also too we think about it. The government could have wanted his race. I don't think he's a D. I think he's something else. Because also too, one said race and one says special people, so it could mean a group. Because Bonney, does she share that? And it could be to why I guess Akainu said, "I should have went down my spine when you left," because of their race, right? And the reason I'm not going back to like them trying to get out because they wanted to keep that kingdom towards the world, inside the world government. Because have you noticed they rejected the king but not the kingdom, right? There's times it's like usually as a whole, like they try to take over, but they didn't take over. They just rejected the king, but they kept Connie or the Bonney, you know. So that's for a reason they wanted Kuma out, and it could be because he was aligning himself with the revolutionaries, right? And also he hated the world government. It could be right there. It's like we have a king here that hates the world government and he's aligning himself with revolutionaries. We got to take him out and put someone else that we can control, right? And then going back to the Luffy doing the and also I like how real quick when Jimmy was saying that stuff, how Bonney just gets up, grabs the saber while he's talking. Mm-hmm, keep talking about my dad.
He's talking about my dad. See what happened to you.
Yeah, and also notice too, like Bonney after she does that, she pockets that, right? Mm-hmm. So check what Bonnie's doing. The outfit she chose, battle suit for combat, and now she's collecting weapons when she found that this work. So this shows like she already said she's gonna like confront Vegapunk, but she's preparing for battle. She's preparing for war. Mm. She's collecting weapons and switched to a battle suit. You know, so it's like she's trying to like possibly kill Vegapunk, but either way, she's coming to like to wreak havoc. So I noticed that she's packing on like weapons to take on it, and that's dope. It's a light sword, a lightsaber. We're gonna see more of those. And going back to like Luffy thing, like his old age, but note how Chopper looks in bad shape too. You know, so it could just be like that. Her ability doesn't bring you to your true form. Because I'm thinking, yeah, Chopper could be doing it because he did take a bunch of stuff with. He even worked with Caesar, taking like bad pit.
Chopper's a drug addict. How you think he gonna look in the future? No, I'm kidding.
You know, so like
he do be taking drugs. He's a pill popper, bro.
He be popping pills.
And I think that was it that we all covered for now, right? Yeah. So I think that was about it, and the propaganda we talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So for me, it was Luffy. I thought didn't have that many years, but then people tried to convince me that the average lifespan of like people in One Piece is like 120. I thought that when Von Kopp took years off his life, he probably took like 40 years off of his life at least. I didn't think Luffy would make it to 70. But it's just seeing like how much Gear 2 affects him and Gear 5, we don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think that she's using different timelines.
Yeah.
It would kind of work like Doctor Strange when they would use the dimensional energies to push together what they think is magic, but it's just like them manipulating energies from different dimensions. If she's able to do that, bro, the amount of theories and stuff that's happening, she's beyond that.
She's broken, bro.
I was kind of weirded out that Chopper happened to be super old, but he was just super little still. I thought my Chopper was eventually going to grow into like some male deer that just looks amazing and brolic, but he doesn't. He's still a plushie toy at the end of the day, which upsets me because now I know we're never going to get Monster Chopper again.
Well, we might.
Hold on. We got a lot to go through, Lawrence. And then just hearing Kuma and the situation that happened to him, governments do that now in real life where they'll have a leadership usurped and then they'll replace somebody in there that they can control to gain control over that kingdom. Just makes sense. I don't really know the ties to why he's a revolutionary, but it probably has something to do with his race. But to me, races don't really matter too much just because we have Onis, we have D-clan members, we have long-legged tribes, we have double-jointed tribes, we have three-eyed tribes, we have Lunarians. To me, nothing's really more special than a Lunarian besides probably a D-clan member. And even so, it's like, okay, Kuma's like another race. Cool.
Yeah.
So that's it for me. But shout out to Bonney showing some cake. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta ask the waifu of the week at the end of the chapter.
The table did thud. Table thudded a little bit. But that's it. All right, so let's do super chats real quick and then go to the next question.
Yeah, we got a couple super chats. We got $5 from Hime. It says Hime wants to see Sogeking happen. Please heart #Larry for Sogeking.
Why did you talk to yourself in the third person?
I don't.
That's what I want to know, Hime.
Oh man, we got $31 from Shandi Wandi. It says gotta jump on this. I still want Seb to dress up as Hachi. Why Hachi? Where did Hachi come from? I thought it was Jimmy.
It's just a fisherman, but thank you for that too.
Oh yeah, I look alike. No, okay, that's serious.
That was right.
Hachi be hard to move.
I know, fisherman like Vander.
We got a $5 super chat from Celestial Donkey again. Celestial, thank you so much.
Thank you, SCD.
It says, "Yo, check Larry. I thought I heard a thump under the table when you said Bonney."
Yo, bro, I was horny, dog.
Gotta keep it PG, bro. We got another $5 super chat from Rose of Darkness 16. It says, "Can't wait for the next cosplay as Sanji. #Larry Vince."
No. We're not starting this. We're not starting this.
Yo, mods, create a third tally.
No.
A third tally.
Raid 2 or no raid 2?
Go before it starts. Go, next one.
There's no more super
All right,
chats.
next question. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. We head back to the rest of the Straw Hats, and they're being flown to Vegapunk's laboratory by Vega Force 1 called the Labo Phase. Under the Fabrio Phase is the factory level where Vegapunk's researchers and workers live. The Straw Hats notice that they are walking on clouds, and Lilith explains that these clouds were created the same way clouds were created on Skypiea. They can recreate sea clouds from Sky Islands, which is super cool, by the way. They get to the entrance of the lab, and they have to change into suits beforehand. Everyone loves their gear except Sanji, and we cut to a scene. This scene shows two people talking, and it's Vegapunk. He tells this person that his curse for being a genius is sometimes knowing what lies ahead of your future, and that his death is near. Then Vegapunk says, "So I wanted you to hear me, Dragon." Guys, tell me your thoughts really quick, and let me know what you thought about all this. And I guess we'll just start with Lionel.
It's a lot, so I'm going to go to pretty much when he's talking to Dragon, and I'm starting to think maybe Dragon definitely had a hand in Kuma's transformation, because he bumped, like, if you go to Vonkov mentioning it, what happened to Kuma, he pretty much, like says, I got to tell you what happened to Kuma. Like, I got to tell you what happened to Kuma. And you see it again when we see Kuma with Dragon. He says, tell me what you've seen. Like, so Dragon's going to tell Ivankov what happened to him. He says, Kuma, tell me what you've seen. And now he even knows Vegapunk, which we didn't really know. We had a thought, but he actually knows Vegapunk, and they have a relationship together. So Dragon might be heavily involved. I don't know if he had the idea. We didn't know exactly what happened. And actually also, I think probably that's why Vegapunk also wants an interest in Luffy, finding out that Luffy is Dragon's son, because they have a relationship together. So, like, we don't know, but I think definitely Dragon had a hand in it, in Kuma's transformation of him being a cyborg.
Okay.
To me, I started thinking also, like, I'm starting to think that with the new island with the Skypiea, I'm starting to think that Vega, just like Gold Roger, visited every single island in the One Piece world. And that's what I'm starting to think that too as well. He did something similar to Roger, but as a scientist aspect.
Okay. What about you, Law?
Now I'm loving Vegapunk. It seems like he's recreating whatever he's like line up bring up. Maybe he went to a different island, but he's recreating whatever he experienced in life, right? Whatever he experienced in life and thought that was useful. Light, clouds, something that could benefit mankind with food and making it a better place or a better world to inhabit it with this, how wicked it is from the world government, whatever. So I think that's about how he's able to recreate it, shows how advanced his mind is. Because like he's able to recreate weather, recreate clouds, recreate food, recreate light, recreate so much. And he's using it to, in a way that's best to see fit to where it could be useful for people to maintain their everyday living. Now, like with these suits, you could think what you could do with these things, like for everyday living, but also just making your life better. So I thought that was dope. That his mind, he doesn't seem like a bad person, And going back to here, and maybe skipping ahead, because we don't have a lot of time, going back to with Dragon, it made me think Dragon and Vegapunk may know each other on a deeper level than we may think. To me, they might even be blood brothers. Like, I'm talking about before Dragon took up the mantle of becoming a revolutionary. He may have knew Vegapunk, right? Because stop telling bad jokes. They're not funny, right? It shows like a more personal relationship there than even Vegapunk's respond. So I wanted you to hear me out, right? Because before, one translation was talking about like the way he said it was like, I just thought you should hear this. I may die. Yeah. But this was saying, I want you to hear. Meaning, he still has stuff he has to tell Dragon. Like, I want to explain to you what's about to happen. Like, everything's about to go down and why I'm thinking this, right? So then also, too, like, then there's history between Kuma and... Thank you. The history between Kuma and Vegapunk, right? That Kuma had a relationship with the revolutionaries, and then Vegapunk sought Kuma out when he beyond. For all we know, he could have been trying to save Kuma because he felt he got captured to earn his freedom so he could associate back with Dragon or whatever. Maybe Vegapunk did this. Like, this is the only way. Thank you. I can save you, Kuma. Right? Because you're going to be emperor down and they're going to kill you or they're going to experiment on you. But I can control it. You know, the government's watching me, but I can help you out in this way. I can regain your freedom by, like, you just do this for me. And then they probably work something out, whatever. Because also, too, he was still able to go back to Dragon and then tell him everything. And then shortly after that, he starts speaking to Vegapunk again. So it shows right here that they're close. To what I took. That Dragon and Vegapunk are close, maybe even before Vegapunk became, you know, aligned with the world government, and before Dragon started attacking the revolutionaries. It could have been right here where they're probably working for both sides, you know?
All right. Seb?
Yeah, I talked on the Vegapunk Dragon part of it a lot. I won't touch on that too much. I love the fact that Frankie is experiencing this because he didn't go to Sky Island. I love the callback to that.
I was going to mention that.
Yeah, I love that. I love the fits, except Sanji's. I thought Sanji's fit was weird, but it was another callback to Sky Island. Usopp looked amazing. Nami and Robin looked amazing. I posted Waifu of the Week in the chat. Please respond because it was a hard time for me, but I love Usopp's fit. Frankie looks super cool too to me. I love that he was wearing pants for once. I know it's against his character. But another thing I did want to point out is something that's really subtle in this chapter, and is what I love about One Piece. I'm a huge Monster Trio fan. If you guys noticed, the crew was separated in threes and paired off, like they always are. Luffy in one group, Zoro in another group, Sanji in another group. The dynamic ain't changing. I've been trying to tell y'all since forever. I don't have anything big on the Dragon and Vegapunk stuff, but shout out to Hidden for suspecting that Vegapunk will die. The fact that Oda immediately brought that out after he was here is kind of wild. Maybe it's a red herring, but we'll see. What you got, Larry?
Yeah, so the thing about the Monster Trio is that luckily Jinbei wasn't in that group. You know, they had to put him in Luffy's group. You know what I'm saying? So
Listen,
number 4 is still there, bro.
Listen, bro. Monster Trio ain't going nowhere.
I do say I feel kind of bad for Brook because his whole thing is like, let me see your panties.
Oh, man.
And now
right here.
Robin and Nami are wearing panties.
Damn, Brooke.
So I'm like, damn, yo. I don't know what was going through Oda's mind, but like,
Brooke.
Mrs. Oda, man, she got to handle him because he was super horny for this chapter. This dude was just throwing out everything.
Yeah. Who was your waifu of the week?
Probably Robin, bro.
She's winning the poll.
It's either Robin or Bonney. Nami losing stock, bro. Low key, she losing stock. I will say that I love that Frankie moment. I love the explanation of the sea clouds. It made me feel like Vegapunk not only has more connections to probably the Sky Islands itself, but he might actually probably be a Birkin, if anything. Mm-hmm. These are just like One Piece madness theories, right? Mm-hmm. And I really love the fact that people have been talking about this Dragon and Vegapunk connection and him being a revolutionary probably for like the past 10 years or so. Mm-hmm. And the fact that we're now getting some type of concrete evidence that they actually communicate makes this super interesting, but it's also very satisfying to all the theorists who already called this years ago. Mm-hmm. The only thing I will say is I am very curious as to why Dragon asked Kuma to show him everything when he asked him what he saw as a cyborg. And I don't know necessarily that Vegapunk has never truly been to Marijoa or has seen anything, but he's so ridiculously smart that I doubt he would have not noticed nothing or have not noticed something or guessed it, right? His mind just works way better than others. So if he's going to theorize about something, he's probably going to get it right. And it's just because he is who he is for a specific reason. And I think the last thing I was going to mention, I just forgot. But I think shout out to Vegapunk. Oh, so when Parvision was talking to Hidden yesterday on Hidden's One Man Reverie, which people should watch, Hidden actually came up with the idea that Vegapunk's probably biggest issue is that he wasn't able to transfer wills, right? But Hidden came out with that theory video where he thinks that Nika was able to transfer wills. So he transferred the abilities of like this piece of wood into like a fruit, and I like you're the wood man because everything has a voice. So his failure was that the artificial devil fruit that he did make was made differently from than smile fruits, and he only considered it a failure because this is theoretical, but he probably wasn't able to replicate the will of the devil fruit itself and put it in. So now that we've seen 6 Vegapunks, he probably took Kuma, his will or consciousness or whatever, and put it somewhere else. So we could probably get the old Kuma back. And I never even thought about it. I was like, yo, Hidden's amazing for thinking about this. So it's crazy, but if Vegapunk does die, I think Lucci doesn't kill him. I think it's Bonney. I think Bonnie's going to kill Vegapunk. And I don't think it's for the reasons that Vegapunk thinks. It's going to be a variable that's just missing.
You think we getting like Sylvie Loki vibes?
Yeah.
That's what you thinking?
Yeah.
Who's Loki? Luffy?
I don't know. But it makes sense that she would kill him. She's so hell-bent. And like, Lucci, come on, bro. They're not going to let Lucci just walk in and do the shit.
Yeah.
Right.
It's going to be Bonney, so... Yeah, super chats, and then let's get to the phone calls.
Yeah, we got a couple super chats sitting. We got another $10 super chat from our guy Joy Boy Mark.
Arigato.
I can't even keep tabs of how much he's donated.
Thank you, Joy Boy.
It says, I've always thought Vegapunk had ties to Dragon. Do you think Vegapunk started the idea of the Revolutionary Army with Dragon and Kuma? That's a nice thought process. Just started it, like, not like he started it. And then they linked. It's like it was his idea from the jump.
I think we got to see how old Vegapunk is.
True.
Yeah.
Because we know how old Dragon is.
Old enough.
Dragon's like 50,
He
right?
seems old enough.
He's 55.
Dragon's 55, yeah. And then Kuma, how old is Kuma?
He's like
Old enough to.
40.
Did they say his age?
Yeah, he's like 40 something.
Yeah, it would be very interesting to see where Vegapunk is in age in comparison to them.
Yeah.
The fact that they're trying to have him assassinated tells me that
He's not dying anytime soon. He's not that old. Or he just modified himself to the point where he doesn't have to.
if they found out that he started it, that would be why they would kill him. You know what I mean?
No, I think they're killing him because of the reason I said. He's just too damn dangerous.
He talking to Dragon, bro. You can't be chatting with the enemy like that.
Let's go to the next one.
We did get a membership to Yonko by Rose of Darkness.
Oh
16.
man, that's our highest subscription for members. Thank you so much,
thank
Rose
you.
of Darkness.
And
Appreciate
then
you.
He donated right after. He says, "Sorry, can't forget about the Fishman cosplay. First, Seb, hashtag Seb Jibe. Then after, hashtag Larry Vince."
Wait, what about Larry Sogi?
I think we good on.
Thank you so much, guys. I gotta make a goal for the Sogi King thing. I haven't even made it.
We'll get the tallies and then we'll figure it out. But thank you guys so much. That's the last of our super chats.
Yo, Usopp's bounty is mad high right now.
It is pretty high now. We might have hit it already, bro.
Nah, go.
We might have hit it already.
Good. Anything else?
That's the last super chat.
Right. Marv, phone calls. Guys, call us.
Kuma's 47.
Did we get another one?
Kuma's 47.
I don't see it.
And Dragon's 55.
Yeah.
They're close in age.
Yeah.
Should be coming in soon, but I don't see it.
Might be
Can
interesting.
you click it?
We're good, Marv? They hung up?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Tate, fellas. What's going?
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
Going good, man. How y'all doing?
All right, man.
too
Glad
bad,
to
not
hear
too
you, bro.
Larry hurting.
A little bit.
Got a pretty light question this week. Since pre-time skip, we know that when Oda showed us the battle between Blackbeard and Ace, we know that was a catalyst for the war in Marineford. Now, post-time skip, now that he's shown us the battle between Blackbeard and Law, do you guys think that this is going to be the catalyst for the final war? And if so, are you okay with that?
Yes and yes.
I would say no for the Law part. I think the catalyst would be Vegapunk dying.
That's what I was thinking the same thing actually as Larry.
I was thinking not a catalyst for that last war, but another war with the Marines. Because in a way, Ace trumped a war with the Marines. This one we have Law, Blackbeard, and Kobe and Pudding.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be to another war with the Marines per se, not necessarily the last war.
So the reason why I say Vegapunk also is because he just seems like the most important thing in the world right now. And when he falls, they were mentioning on Par and Hidden Stream last night, because they were going all over the place with everything, that if Vegapunk dies, it's probably gonna issue something called Order 66, where
My bad.
All the seraphims and pacifistas and everything that's controlled or has something to do with Vegapunk will turn on the world government. So if everything turns on the world government that's in control, bro, we might see the Marines get destroyed before anybody else.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, but what about you, Aaron?
I would agree with that. If Blackbeard triggers another war, I don't know if I would like it as much because Blackbeard, for the most part, he just be creating chaos and then not really reaping the consequences of it, or he more so benefits from not being directly involved in the chaos that he creates. So if he were to trigger this last war, I can see him not coming in until the end to try and reap the benefits, and he just looks more cowardly that way to me. So I think I would prefer it better if it were Vegapunk's death, because when it was dealing with Ace, the reason why that war was triggered is because Ace had a huge powerhouse of a crew backing him in Whitebeard's crew, right? Law doesn't have, he has an alliance, so to speak, with the Straw Hats, but it's not like his crew is the Straw Hats, right? Where they would need to come save him right away. Versus Vegapunk, if he is revealed to be a part of the Revolutionary Army, what other reason would Dragon have to sit on his hands at that point if Dragon's biggest asset is now taken out? And then, of course, we already know that the Revolutionary Army is gearing up to declare war on the world government anyway. So I think it would make more sense if Vegapunk was the one to trigger this final war.
Yeah, and it would finally bring out Fraud Dragon.
Oh man, the Fraud Dragon take is wild, bro.
Yeah.
It would finally bring him out, bro,
Come on,
because
man.
that man has
Fraud
literally
Dragon.
done nothing. Literally, all the
has done
series
nothing.
done
Yeah, he
nothing,
has,
and
but-
he's the most dangerous criminal in the world.
He's
bro.
fighting a war.
We waiting on it, bro.
I guess.
And he's a
So
known
you
conqueror.
see him you see him in the same light as Blackbeard?
No, because Blackbeard is literally plot itself. Like Blackbeard is the dark plot.
Dark
like,
Hado.
like there's like a light plot which currently happens in the story that we're like witnessing, and then Blackbeard is the dark plot where it just comes in chaotically, does something, and just leaves. And you're just like, okay. It's like, why did that happen? And it's like, well, you just gotta accept it. And it's like, okay,
Accept it, bro.
I guess. And there's no reason. So, but before you leave, Tate, I do want to mention that Taku and Aaron Tate are thinking about having something special together, like a special segment where people like could submit their theories and takes, and they make something of it. And it's supposed to be called, if you don't mind me telling the world, Bomb Takes with Taku and Tate. And it's supposed to be a nameplay on TNT. So I just want to... So I do want to say I'm very excited to see you guys progress further with this. And I hope to see something come out of it because I think both of you guys are brilliant and interesting. So please keep reaching out to me if you need any help, and I will definitely help you out with it, guys.
Thanks a lot, man. I really do appreciate that. We're definitely gonna need some guidance on this.
Yeah, use me, bro. I'm there. But thank you, Aaron. I appreciate the call, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, appreciate you, Eric.
Absolutely. You guys have a great night, man.
You
All right,
too.
too.
Them
Peace.
TNT about to be fire, bro.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
Explosive.
Oh man.
Yeah, you guys can call up again.
Conjunction.
What's your function?
I don't know why it reminded me of that. You remember?
Why, bro? Why did I sing it along with you too?
It was catchy.
Oh my god.
Back in the day.
Damn, we old, bro.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Hey, it's your boy NerdTaku.
Taku, what's up, bro? How are you?
I thought I'd come in after Tate since we had like the good announcement and everything.
Yeah, congratulations. I hope, again, use me if you need me.
Yeah, we'll definitely be reaching out for some help.
Yeah. Well, what's up, Taku? Talk to me, bro.
So, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see my theory video, but I wanted to ask you guys, because I know Lawrence and Lionel probably haven't seen it, but do you guys think that originally CP9 was bringing the Nika fruit for Vegapunk to study before it got snatched by Shanks? And if so, what do you think that he would get out of studying the Nika fruit?
So, Taku, correct me if I'm wrong, but when was Kaido captured and had his Devil Fruit basically taken? When was that? When was Vegapunk at Punk Hazard? Do you guys know? Time-wise?
I think he was there right before he, right before he went to Wano, if I'm correct.
When did Punk Hazard explode?
It was well after that. Kaido was like a...
Yeah, Punk Hazard happened 4 years ago from the current timeline. So 2 years ago from the start of One Piece. Yeah.
Okay. So Vegapunk was at Punk Hazard for a while then, because that's where Kaido was captured and experimented on, right?
But was it? But Kaido got captured and experimented like right after Rocks.
Yeah, he was pretty young, bro.
Yeah.
He
So
was
so he was in his 20s.
He was like 19 or 20 or something like that.
No, he's over 21. He was over 21.
So like around.
It's kind of so. The reason why I'm asking that question is because Vegapunk obviously worked on Kaido's Devil Fruit and experimented on it, but that was the first time either he's completed one and considered it a failure, or we don't know if he's created any others. So if that theory held up, we would have to like kind of see like the timeline, right? Because that was necessarily 12 years ago, or when did Luffy eat his fruit? He ate his fruit when he was 13? No, 7. Yeah, 7. And he's 19 now. So that means it was 12 years ago. So Vegapunk had probably 8 years to experiment with Kaido's bloodline lineage to create this artificial Devil Fruit, and then if they were to try to get Luffy's Devil Fruit, then that means he probably would have completed Kaido's fruit back then, right? But he didn't. Yeah. He created it probably 4 years ago. I know I'm throwing numbers around, but I'm trying to get the math in my head, because if that would probably make sense according to the time periods, I think. And we don't have enough information, but that would be crazy. Because that's why Smile Fruits are probably named Smile Fruits, right? Because Joy, he tried to replicate the new fruit. But also, I don't know, because the government said that the fruit was it was evading them for 800 years. So in order for them to capture it.
Yeah. I kind of feel like they may view the fruit too dangerous to try to copy, because if you can't, because Dragon was having a tough time controlling the natural instincts of the animals. If
that is true.
If this will just no, I'm always going to rebel against you. For they might be we might just need to just make sure we don't have another Joy Boy. Just lock this fruit away, or have someone that you already Eam or someone at the Gorosei eat it themselves.
And then it goes back to Dripper Scarfino, which is the CP0 agent, where he talks about, thank God Vegapunk failed in that experiment.
Yeah.
Honestly, I always thought they wanted the fruit, the world government wanted the fruit, because Eam knew of Joy Boy and knew that Joy was going to bring the dawn. And that for him to stop that prophecy and stuff happening, he said, all right, let me get the fruit, and so I could do whatever with it. And Shanks just interrupted that.
Wait, they said they know that Joy Boy is going to bring the dawn?
No, they don't know it. It's just rumored.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just piggybacking off what where they said the D, right, is supposed to bring the dawn. But we never got.
Did they say the dawn or the storm?
I think it was the dawn.
They said that wherever the D clan goes, a storm brews.
Yeah.
But Pedro's the one who saw.
So something interesting. I don't know, Taku, if you heard Parvision and Hidden Stream, because it was so content rich. It was crazy. Basically, Hidden was saying, I think Hidden's coming out with a theory video, and I don't want to spoil it too much, but I'll just say one part. He believes that you can suppress the will, I think he said, of the Devil Fruit and manipulate it to do what you want it to do. So that's the premise of it. And it would make sense, because hockey for certain individuals means that you overpower other people like their wills. So knowing that Devil Fruits actually have a will of their own, you can probably overpower the Devil Fruit instead and make it succumb to whatever you want it to do. And like that's really interesting because if Vegapunk was able to experiment on that fruit and he learned how to suppress the will or manipulate it, you gotta kill him, bro.
Oh, yo, stop with the
him,
kill order on Vegapunk,
you gotta kill him, bro.
You sound like an op. You sound like
so-
the world government.
Yo, it's too crazy.
CIA over here.
Crazy,
Yo, what do you
bro.
think? What do you respond to that, Taku?
Well, like, so I was just thinking, just because, like, we know, like, only of Sun God Nika being in the One Piece world. Like, we know, obviously, he's, you know, there's a lot of, like, sun deities that he draws, like, inspiration from, and, like, Sun Wukong and stuff like that. But, like, he is an original One Piece god. And if he was able, and maybe, and one thing that I thought of that Hidden also hit on was the fact that he might be the original devil fruit maker. So if he was able to do that and he knew how to make devil fruits, and if Vegapunk gets that technology or even is able to study it in a way, I was like, wouldn't it be crazy if, like, on Vegapunk's deathbed, like, he's getting killed either by Bonney or CP0, like, especially when Hidden brought it up, I was like, man, it would be so crazy if with his, like, last breath, he transfers his will into a devil fruit for someone else to eat so he could live on and basically still have someone inherit his will to continue to make greater technologies to advance mankind. And I was like, that would be so crazy if he was able to do that, or even if he was able to pass that knowledge on to someone else.
Yeah, they said that as well, and that was crazy. That blew my mind because I never thought about someone inserting their own will into a devil fruit. And if anybody could do it, it's Vegapunk. And he'd be like the Hito no Mi mythical human Vegapunk.
Yeah.
That sounds so crazy.
The Vegapunk fruit. Yo, we just hit 100 likes on stream.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you everybody for the 100 likes.
I was thinking that's who you think would eat the fruit,
I mean,
the Vega's fruit, or
wherever that fruit guides itself.
or who has Vegapunk chosen to eat his fruit.
Frankie.
I was thinking.
I
of
was
Frankie.
just about to say that.
I was thinking of Frankie.
That would be crazy.
Like, it would definitely go along with my thoughts of, like, how Frankie's eventually going to turn the Sunny into, like, a giant mech, almost like when he showed up in the Vega Force 1. Like, it would honestly just go right with that track. And what's really great about it is, like, Frankie wouldn't really lose himself because, like, as we know, Luffy didn't really lose himself when he became, you know, a Joy Boy. He was still very much Luffy. So it would just be like their combined efforts and will put together in one. And I think that would be really awesome.
You saying Joy Boy and Vegapunks? Like, they fused in a way? What you're saying?
No, what I'm saying is, like, if Frankie ate Vegapunk's fruit, then he would just basically have the combined will of himself, and he would also have Vegapunk's will. Just kind of like Luffy and Joy Boy have that combined will, and, like, you know, Luffy's still himself, and Frankie would still be his self, but they would just be like one together.
I get you. That's like pretty much Vegapunk seeing Frankie as his successor.
Yeah.
And giving him everything that made him him.
Yeah, you gotta take him out. You gotta take him out.
Frankie
Yeah,
out
you
too
can't.
now?
I'll take Frankie out now.
Yeah, bro.
That would just add to how dangerous the Straw Hat crew is and how the world government would view them as the biggest threats.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegapunk need to go. He's too dangerous, bro. He's too dangerous. Yo, he can do anything.
But
Think about it. Devil fruits don't even grow off trees. They just appear randomly through other fruits. If he's
we
able,
don't know that.
we do know that.
Yeah,
They confirm that?
You can have a bundle of
They
apples.
have it in Dressrosa.
And then
Well, that's the transferring of the devil fruit. I'm saying we don't know where they originate from.
Yo, but the origination no longer matters because we're not talking about
And that's
origination.
Caesar manipulating that. We don't know if that's the standard way.
If Caesars are manipulating devil fruits to the point where they could just appear in random devil fruits whenever after one dies out, I'm sorry. That is crazy.
Yeah, but we, like you said, we saw it in Dressrosa. Like, Ace died and that thing came to another fruit and Doflamingo found it. But what if it's supposed to come from a tree, but now because of, like, something bad happened, it's just appearing out of nowhere?
No, it just fell from the tree. And after that, it just appears anywhere it feels like
I know, but what if it was supposed to always come from a tree?
And that's what's crazier, right? Is the fact that the meta fruit itself has a will, and it has Ace's will in it. Sabo confirmed it, right? If that fruit just appeared where Doflamingo could find it, that means the fruit guided itself to Sabo.
In a way, yeah.
In a way.
But I don't think
And, like,
I don't think Dofi found it. I think he got it on the black market. Like that was the whole point, right? Like he has the connection.
Either way, it still landed up in Sabo's hands. But what I'm trying to say is, it's like if Vegapunk figured out this, I don't even know how you figure that out. Like the
devil fruit tracking,
the devil fruit ability to guide itself and just manipulated it to do what it does, bro. We can't comprehend how that happens.
That's what
we can't theorize about it.
But that's what we're saying, that you know, Vegapunk's recreating like everything. So he's like finding a way to recreate fruit. Recreate
Come on, bro.
Fruits.
All right, but anyway, Taku, thank you so much for joining us in this conversation, bro.
Yeah, of course. I've been trying to get in, but Aaron Tate keeps blocking me. So then I'm like, guess we got to make a show together just so I can ask my question.
Yeah, man. Hit me up, bro. You already know.
Yeah, I definitely will.
All right. Talk to you later, Taku. Thank you.
Thank you.
TNT
All right, have a good
going
one.
up.
All right.
See ya.
We got
All
any
right.
other super chats?
No soup sitting.
All right. I just want to say thank you to everybody that decided to come to our episode today, episode 71. Thank you for all the ridiculous super chats, even the low ones and the high ones. Like, just any cent you ever give us, doesn't matter how low or how high, it's greatly appreciated by us, seriously. So thank you on top of more thank yous. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope you had a fun 2 hours. I hope this added something to your day. Can you post the Twitch link?
Oh, yeah.
We're probably going to go on Twitch later tonight to play some games if you guys want to join us. Marv said that he'll probably be playing tomorrow
Marv,
or Wednesday.
pull it up.
So Marv is probably going to pull up eventually this week. And Lawrence and Lionel are still not connected to the internet.
What? We're getting lower and lower.
I just want to say thank you. Oh, we got another super chat?
Yeah,
All right, what does it say?
We got a $50 super chat from Joy Boy Mark. Another one. It says, "Last sprinkle of love, guys. Love hearing all you guys' takes." Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Joy Boy Mark. You donate so much.
Oh man.
Strahd with the $2. Guys, we have to end the episode.
Strahd said $2 because Larry said my lows matter.
Thank you, Strahd, for making it to the episode, even though you said you couldn't. So, guys, listen. We're that One Piece talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence.
Lionel. Sam.
And we'll see you later. Jada!